silence, where stars whisper secrets untold. A rift tears through the astral veil, and sanity reigns, its grip unfolds. Cultists chant in shadowed halls, their voices a hymn to chaos unbound. They conjure up forbidden falls, to summon the fallen, lost and unfound. Unfound. Oh, astral winds carry up across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Across fractured planes, reality trembles, mountains weep, rivers twist in desperate prayer. The sun blinks, uncertain of its emblem, as eldritch horrors crawl from the lair. Their forms twisted and malefic, born of nightmares and forgotten dread. They drift through astral currents, a beacon for those who seek madness instead. Oh, astral winds carry up free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Every bone. In forgotten temples and cursed groves, heroes gather, there is all unyielding to chase the ripples of reality's codes and confront the abyss, both fearsome and appealing. Oh, astral winds carry up free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. As the final verse echoes the starlit skies and death trembles on the lips of all, the abyssal maw opens, galaxies within ready to consume all those who stall. Yet whispers of valor and unity persist in the eminent astral reckoning. Perhaps hope shall win.
Alright, hello everybody and welcome into session 33 of Echoes of the Fallen Ascendant. I'm going to go ahead and dive straight into getting these guys set up with a recap so we can jump into whatever it is they're getting themselves into today. We'll see you at the end. Alright, hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Lady says hi as well.
Alright, sorry, that was just Kevin Goins telling me he wasn't going to be here.
Oh.
Okay, alright, yeah, let me go ahead and just jump straight into this recap. Alright, session 32. So, Ionari, the 5th 4254 PFH at 10 PM is where we started it. Kane has talked with Finnick for a bit regarding Temetnu, and was gifted with a page from an old tome. Meanwhile, Lyra and Dench had a brief conversation about their parents. During this time, Amelia and Payne swapped the bit and bridle and spent some time with Asha before heading to the Temple of Celestian. Payne told the High Priestess about Aerith Newell possibly returning to the Prime Material and to stay prepared. After the visit, the group gathered near a small park. I put part. A small park in Willow Hollow and decided to sell a bunch of their shit before returning to the Temple of Celestian to purchase a Revivify scroll. Afterwards, they returned to the Emerald Tower where they entered into a very long conversation about skills and abilities. After some time, there was a knock on the door, and in stepped Morlin the Everwatcher, who had been pseudo-summoned by Amelia earlier in the day. The group sat and spoke with the Everwatcher for quite a while regarding the signs in the sky that Amelia had seen, and even learned about a few signs that he had seen, including death and the chalice with 2 streams pouring from it. One led in the direction of Flandrius, and the other to the ruins of Ankmir. The Everwatcher also told the group about an old contact of his in Port Mira named Dorian Thunderbeard, who was a master helmsman. Around 10:45 PM, the group decided to head to bed. Lyra and Canas returned to her family's estate, and the two stayed up for some time and conversed about Dench and her diary. Eventually, they fell fast asleep. And that's that. Alright, XP from last week. So we were looking at... Roleplay was 225, very heavy roleplay session. And skill checks, we had 100, so 325 XP for everybody. Alright. Okay, so we are picking up this session, session 33, on Ianari the 6th, 4254 PFH at about 8 a.m. I'm going to do a very momentary retroactive middle of the night thing that is just for, well, you'll see. Oh yeah, early happy birthday to Kat, whose birthday is on Tuesday. Sucka?
Happy birthday.
Your birthday's on Tuesday, by the way.
In case you
Yeah. Thank you. And how is it June already? Almost.
Yeah, no shit, right?
No kidding.
Okay. Any questions for me or anything for me before I kick this bitch off?
None
I
here.
think so.
Alright, let's just get into it then. So, the night of the 5th, you all fall fast asleep. Everybody tucks in for the evening in Willow Hollow. Most of you staying at the Emerald Tower, and some of you, 2 of you anyways, heading up north to Lyra's parents' house, her family estate, where you two fall asleep. In the middle of the night, Amelia.
I'm concerned. What happens in the middle of the night?
So you dream of a vast hall. Its ceiling is lost to shadow. Robed figures stand in the tiers, their faces pale and veiled in the dim light. They sing, but the song is not heard with ears. It is felt by the mind. Their mouths open, and from each, a lashing tongue unfurls, long, glistening, impossible, weaving through the air like ribbons of fire. The tongues do not speak words. They touch, they reach, they seek. One brushes your cheek, and another tastes the air beneath your chin. You try to call out. You cry out a prayer. Attempt to, anyways. But your own tongue feels heavy, bound, useless. And still, the choir sings. And you awaken in the morning, drenched in sweat. And nobody else was shown what you were shown, so do with that what you will. Early happy birthday!
Okay. And Amelia was by Asha, right? And had chosen to kind of chill there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Then Amelia realistically is probably going to be up even before Dunch and just trying to work through that bullshit. Yeah.
Okay. So the morning comes. 8 a.m. or so, everybody awakens, gathers their belongings, and we'll say for the sake of brevity, meets near where the stables are, where a shot is, since that's where you guys have the cart. I assume Dench will be there. Kevin was trying to make it, but the hotel internet is really shit, so he's not going to be here. So we're going to put Dench kind of back on the back burner. So he's not going to be taking part in a lot of this, but he will be present. So he shows up mindlessly, kind of begins putting the cart together for your guys's exit from Willow Hollow, and we'll say within 30-45 minutes or so, everybody eventually gathers and you guys find yourselves together.
Okay, so I guess, I mean, the sooner we take off, the better. Who was holding the Revivify scroll? I don't remember.
I think Canis looks specifically towards Payne and Amelia.
I think we are going to have Emilio hold it in case something happened to Payne, right?
That would probably be best, but it could be just about anywhere, I guess. As long as everybody knows where it's at.
You've had better luck than I have in fights and stuff lately. You should probably hold it, Payne.
Yeah, good call.
Okay, as long as someone has it. Right now it's in party equipment, guys, whoever wants to.
All right, I'll shuffle it over to mine.
Okay. All right, so to the north. Is there anything else we need? I know we did all of our shopping yesterday, but just to make sure.
At this point, Dench has the map open just kind of in the back of the cart, and he's just kind of staring down, and he's like running. It looks like he's running like a trajectory, and he says, looks like if we literally just head straight north from here and don't deviate from that path, we're going to hit Port Mira whether we like it or not.
That or the ocean.
Well, if we hit the ocean, we knew we went too far.
Yeah, we somehow passed it.
Fair.
All right. Amelia, do you have what you need for Asha as well?
Uh, I I think we're good on that. I've got the oats. Picked up a new bit and bridle. Not that she really needs a bit. As long as we've got water, I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think we got plenty of that.
Lyra, I was thinking, you probably don't want to, but should we bring your family ledger?
Why?
Because you plan on buying a very expensive ship that may or may not be covered by the current funds, and if something goes wrong, then we don't have any more money?
Well, it's covered right now. It's covered right now, and we've got about 300 more gold on top of it.
So that's enough to bring one of you back if I get to it quick enough, maybe. Yeah,
guess
we'll be fine. Okay.
If you, I mean, we can, but I don't
Well,
love
I
the
don't.
idea.
Yeah, I don't want to have to use it, but what is it? A 5-day trip and buying a dark space vessel? I almost said spaceship.
Now you're making me think that I should, or at least we should buy more scrolls, but we haven't paid back the original 1500, so it's just
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I was just concerned because we're dropping money quickly.
oh, I know. Well, we were planning on coming back here. Kind of looks toward
Yeah.
Canis.
It's fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, there's like nothing between here and there, so
We think.
We hope,
probably.
but even so, I feel if we get the ship and get back, then if we really need more money, the ledger would be here.
That's what I think the same. I get what Payne is saying too, though, which is making me so nervous. And he's so sarcastic. I can't tell if he really thinks they'll be fine or if he's actually trying to guilt me into taking the ledger anyway.
It's best
Well,
not to think too hard when Payne is talking.
that's probably right. But it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, but if it gets lost and gets into the wrong hands, then everything could be gone.
Okay.
Would your ledger thing even be like accepted out not here?
I don't know. The first time I ever used it was here.
So you don't feel comfortable bringing it for a number of reasons. We don't know if it would work, and we are losing daylight worrying about it. We should just trust what we have to do and get on the uh road, so to speak.
Right then, off we go.
Okay, heading north.
All right. So, you guys begin your trek through Willow Hollow Wood during the first day. As you travel, the weather is bright and beautiful. About halfway through the day, the bright sunny sky, which you can see through the canopy. I mean, it's not completely obscuring everything, but the sky grows dark quickly, and there's a very momentary shower, but it only lasts about 5 minutes, of which you guys take almost no rain because of the canopy itself. You find yourselves towards the end of the day right here.
To clarify, that was
Yep.
water, right?
Yep.
Okay. No blood rain this time. Good.
No, I think I would have been a little bit. I would have probably had to stop you guys instead of just expediting through it. That'd be pretty hardcore if that just became the norm. Okay, so you guys bed down for the first night. As far as skies are concerned, you can't see shit because of the canopy, so I'm not even going to touch on that. And there's no hunting in Willow Hollow Wood. From what I understand, you guys are not hunting in Willow Hollow Wood, I should say. You can hunt in Willow Hollow Wood, but, should you? Okay. So, with that being said, you guys rest, and you awake the next morning. Now, being that it is the next morning, we will head into day 2. So, I need you guys to consume, from day 1, I need you guys to consume 5 rations and 1 ration from Pearl, please. Who will do that for me? Or I could do it.
I'll do it.
There we go. All right.
Done.
Okay. So, day 2. So you guys are traveling, and about 3/4 of the way through the day. So in the morning, when you guys awaken, there's a really dense fog all throughout Willow Hollow Wood. It's very, very damp and eerily quiet. Not silent, just eerily quiet. Typically, Willow Hollow Wood is full of sounds of birds, insects, small mammals, rustling in the bushes from things moving around. A rather pleasant feel, but it is dark, dank, and unnerving almost. About 3/4 of the way through the day, you guys breach Willow Hollow Wood and actually find yourselves out in the open. You travel another quarter day, and you find yourselves right here. Well, let me move you up just a little bit more. Right there. Sorry. Okay. As that is happening, and you are setting yourselves up for camp on night 2, there are really thin, wispy cirrus clouds that are streaking overhead in the sky with a nearly perfect visibility of the sky. There's very minor obstructions in the way. With that being said, Canis and Dench head out to hunt. As they are out hunting, you guys are sitting at the camp, Payne, Lyra, and Amelia, and this is where the blood rain comes. No, I'm just kidding. You guys hear from the south of you, coming from Willow Hollow Wood, what sounds like a raven. Just this. You guys look up. Again, sky is almost completely clear. Bright moon. You catch a glimpse of something flying overhead, and then kind of do a half circle and start to make small spiraling circles down towards you. The Pain, not you, but Amelia and Lyra, why don't you both give me perception checks?
I don't like the Zinch vibes you're giving here.
Settle down, you're hunting.
I also have a weird question, and that is, since I'm not seeing shit, should Asha be
Nope.
rolling as well?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, so, you guys can't really make out, I mean, you hear the sound of the raven, but you can't really figure out where it's at or what it's doing. It's not until it lands on a log next to Amelia and Lyra, like the log in between the two of you, that you realize, oh shit, there it is. Like, you knew it was coming and you could hear it. You just couldn't pinpoint it with the black on black in the sky. So it lands. And you guys can all see now, Payne, you kind of like peek up and over the campfire. By the way, meanwhile, Kane, is you and Dench at this point have not only spotted, but have successfully hunted a giant weasel and are in the process of squeezing the last of the life out of it. Lyra, Payne, Amelia. The raven kind of hops back and forth, looks up, kind of past the fire, disregards Payne, looks at Lyra, disregards Lyra, looks at Amelia, bounces over, and you notice it has a small scroll tube tied, kind of like slung around its body, like a quiver almost, but it bounces over to you, and it kind of just does a couple of, like, you know how the birds, they get excited and they do like those head bobs, like they're, you know, kind of fucking doing this thing. I don't know if ravens do that, but I've been watching a lot of parrot videos lately, and they all do that, so ravens do it now too, I guess.
I think they do it. I think I've seen a couple do it.
I mean, this raven could just be an especially goth parrot. Would Amelia, our messages via bird and scroll and everything, is that fairly normal?
It's more normal than magic because not many people can cast spells that can just magically send spells across, you know. If you got to get a letter to somebody, you usually send it either by foot or by air. Now, you typically would see it in, like, pigeons, but ravens aren't unheard of.
Okay. Then Amelia, come here. And she's gonna kind of tisk at it until she can get it close enough to be able to grab to retrieve the scroll.
Yeah, you don't even have to make an animal handling check. It is extremely, well trained, and it knew its purpose. And when it was looking around, it looked almost like it was looking for somebody, and then came in your direction. So it kind of like leans over. You take the scroll tube from it. It takes a couple of bounding steps back, and then kind of just sits there on the log.
Were either of you expecting?
I don't think I'm cool enough to get a letter by Raven.
As much as I'd like to get a letter from home, I don't see that happening.
I doubt. I don't. She's just gonna kind of, in a little bit of confusion, just open it up, or at least try and get to the scroll.
Okay, yeah, and it's easy enough. The top kind of, there's like a little leather latch that you pull up, and then it spins open, like the actual circular portion spins open. You pull the scroll out, and you realize immediately the incense that you would use in the church. It kind of like comes up and hits you in the nose, and you're like, okay, I think I know where this is going. It is sealed with a signet, and the signet is that of let's see, it'd be an 8-pointed silver star, kind of on a pressed background. Pretty common to see that in, you know, Celestian stuff.
Oh, it's from It's from the church. And she's going to very, very carefully just break the seal and open it.
Okay. I will give you just a moment to read this. Enjoy.
So Amelia's going to see the name first, like I did. And there's a immediate like just a sigh, and then it's going to take her a couple of minutes to actually be able to read through it.
And if you need to make it bigger, you can always just click on the picture too in that and blow it up.
I've already got it in my notes, and I hate this.
Okay, who sent you a letter by Raven? Because seriously, I know I'm asking all the
She's
tough
reading.
ones.
She's reading though. Just give her a minute.
So it takes her a minute to puzzle through it, and then it's very, very clear that she goes back and rereads it and does that like twice.
You need help with the big words?
I understood this one. Thank you, though.
Okay.
I'm. And she just closes her eyes for a moment. She touches her holy symbol, like very consciously and deliberately takes a deep breath, releases it, and then, I am needed back in Holden Glen.
Well, we were gonna go there anyway eventually. You need there like now, or could you do it maybe with our plan?
Before, runs a finger down the page. Before Inari the 20th, but sooner would be good.
Does kind of change plans, but mostly it changes your plans. Because we were going southwest for you, so we're doing because we're not gonna be able to do that and get back here in time, by my calculations, or get back there in time.
Your math is not correct. Candace, your math is not correct, and Lyra would know that.
All right, hold on.
Because you fly way fucking faster on the ship
True.
than you
yeah.
do on land. Because remember, from Port Mira to Runes of Ankmir, it's like a couple of days. So.
Right. That's right. I was thinking the 10 from when we were talking about walking. Okay. So do we want to still go southwest first and then come back, or do we want to go to Holden Glen first?
Well, if we have till the 20th, then we go get the dark space vehicle, fly to Willow Hollow, check on the cultist thing, fly down to Holding Glen, and then to Philandrius, and then over there, and then back there, because we'll just be everywhere. It'll be kind of. I hope I don't get motion sickness.
Yeah. So if we go to, I hope not to. If we go to the ruins of Ankmir, it's 3
Last.
days. Well, if we go there, so hold on. If we, because this whole thing was we have to hurry up because it's been waiting for too long. So do we want to make her wait longer, or do we go there first? It'll be about 2.5 days to get to Holden Glen from the ruins. But if we hear word, the other part is we're still waiting to hear word about the beacon, so we need to maybe reprioritize a little.
You could, and she's still like looking at this scroll. If we have the days, we can go to the ruins. How much time would it take if you if we went from the ruins to Holden Glen before going to Willow Hollow?
Ruins to Holden, so that would be, if we go from the ruins to Holden Glen, that's 2.5 days. Are you asking for the total? Because we'll be at 5.5 then. And then Willow Hollow from Holden Glen is... I mean, we have the time to do that. We'll have to, like I said, reprioritize some of our other stuff, and depending on what we hear about the beacon. It'll be about a day from Holden Glen to Willow Hollow if we're on the Spelljammer.
Okay. If we need to, on the way, if we need to go directly towards Willow Hollow, if we stop partway too, I can always ride with Asha to Holden Glen.
What's happening on the 20th in Holden Glen? I mean, you made me read my whole spell book to you, so I thought we were past the ambiguity part here.
I need, and she pauses again. There's and she's just going to she's going to start the sentence like 3 times and then just shake her head and just turn and hand the letter to Lyra.
To be fair, I don't think you had to read your whole spell book. You could have just, glazed through
You
it.
guys usually stop me if you're not interested. It's on you.
Oh,
Start reading.
it was fine.
That was me doing the reshare for Lyra, just so you know. Sorry about that, Amelia. Didn't mean to re-traumatize you.
Oh, I have it in very, very large form on my left screen. And it gets worse every single time I reread it.
I did a lot of Amelia plot writing this week. I had a lot of time this week. I don't know how. But I was like, I think it's time to fuck up a paladin.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm beating for you next, dwarf.
I was wondering why you'd sent me all of the things. Like, it's like yay, but that's way down the line.
Actually, no. So why I sent you that thing is because, so if you guys actually, interesting thing, and I'm glad you pointed that out. If you guys go into like your little book icon, the journal, and go to any of the NPCs you have met so far, they should all be updated with new character portraits. I spent literally the entire week. There was a new model that came out that does very similar art styles that I was using before, but because we started 33 weeks ago and I started writing this campaign like 60 weeks ago, a lot of them were very, very old and shitty looking, so I updated all of them to be brand new and all the same art form. So
I love Finnick even more now.
I got distracted by Sister Sonia.
Isn't she cool as shit?
I had to stop at Lunori. I was like, that's so awesome.
Yeah, Blunori's way better than what she was before. Those big goofy cheeks and fucking. Okay.
So
Anyways,
Lyra reads. She reads through it, and then she also reads through it again. Okay. So.
You need help with the big words?
Honey, do these names mean anything to you?
She just nods.
Okay. This is bad?
Corin is my dad.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's not great. Yeah, okay, that's not great. So, it doesn't say what for, though, right?
Not that I saw.
Okay, and that's a situation for sure. Maybe you want to get there a day or two early so you can maybe get some details. Maybe not take it right up to the 20th. Maybe we make our deadline like the 18th or 19th.
That's why I was asking about how long it would take.
Yeah. Does he have a history? Ever happened before?
His what?
No, like a hit. Like has he been in trouble before?
I don't. I've never. I don't think so. I don't know. That's
Pain.
not.
So basically, her it looks like her dad might be in trouble or is in trouble. He definitely said he's in trouble, and they're expecting Amelia to show up to help with carrying out the sentence. Maybe I don't know. That part makes me feel uncomfortable. Paladinism.
So that's. Don't they have a
It-
judge?
Well, I guess it depends on the society, right? Every society is different. Some might.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Somebody. Well, I mean, why would they need Amelia to? It's a trap. They're
Well,
gunning for you, Amelia. It's a trap.
I don't think
Am
so. This is pretty official looking. She'll kind of wave it.
a paladin, initiate, or otherwise from that area, and sentence, if a judgment needs to be passed from the church, it technically follows the letter of things, but it's also not surprising that he would do something like that.
That he would plead guilty or that he would do something naughty. That's
Not
kind of my question.
not not my father.
Oh,
He's a good person.
so
No.
this other person.
Brother Male? Yes.
You guys
Is he
hear
the-
crashing in the bushes and long grass, and you hear, "God damn, that's a big weasel." And Canas and Dench push their way through the tall brush and grass, and you see there, Canas has the tail in his mouth, and Dench has like the upper body and neck, but half of it's dragging on the ground, and it's like a 6.5 foot long, eviscerated weasel.
Where do you guys find these things?
In the bushes, obviously.
I mean, obviously. The frog wasn't in the bushes.
Well, I meant the weasel, but geez, that is a big weasel.
Amelia, is this brother male? Is that also the reason that your friend when we first met you walked around giving details about what happened, but basically you and your friend had to leave, right? Or you were kicked out or she was in charge and somebody took over. Does this person have to do with all of that?
Amelia is going to reach into one of the inner pockets of her armor, and I'm going to pull out the transfer of clerical service to hand over to Lyra.
Okay, give me one moment.
What are we talking about?
We're gonna have a little bit of a detour.
I've been here for the whole conversation, Canis, and I'm still not sure.
I told you what happened.
Well,
Alright,
her
so-
dad got in trouble, and well, yeah, that's where we're at. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Because if I pop something up, I'm trying to give people warning, because I usually get from Kevin, "God damn it, geez, what the fuck? I didn't expect something to pop up on my screen."
Why?
Yeah,
There's less blood and gore this time.
that's true. That is true.
No less trauma.
While you guys are doing that, just so you know, there were... I didn't get to type it out in here, but 5 rations are cut from the weasel and successfully cooked. That's already been predetermined, and that's that. So
Thank you.
it's a full day. And I'll let you guys discuss and do what you're going to do. I need to turn this fan up a bit. Give me one sec. I'm going to stand on the bed. Don't mind my legs.
Okay.
Wait, how bad are we talking?
The
Well, we don't know that part yet.
short version is that duty calls me back to Holden Glen sooner than we thought. And it can't it can't really wait, but we should have enough time to get to Port Mira and to the ruins.
Yeah, so we're still gonna do Port Mira, then the ruins. Then after the ruins, we may have to go to Holden Glen, depending on if and when we hear about the beacon and how important that is and how quickly we need to react to that. Because I don't think we should go to Holden Glen too early because you have to be there on the 20th. So I think we need to aim to be there between the 18th and the 20th.
Well, that being said, we should hear back from the scouts as we reach Port Mira,
Mhm.
shouldn't we?
If we have the option to be there sooner, I don't want to wait until the 18th just to wait.
But you have to be there on the 20th no matter what, right?
If
I,
reread the letter, it says by the 20th.
Oh yeah, no later then. Okay.
the sooner I can get there, the sooner I can talk to my dad and see what's going on.
Okay.
Well, then it's simple. We'd go to Port Mira, get the ship, we come back to Willow Hollow, we do the cultist ring, beacon ring thing, we go down to Holding Glen and figure it out from there.
We gotta go to the
Whatever.
ruins still.
No, we don't.
Yes.
We don't have
we-
to.
Yes, we do.
Oh, well, I thought maybe your dad would be more important than the High Priestess, priority-wise. I mean, we can go to Holding Glen and then shoot right over to Ankmere if you want.
You know, this
That
last
way you're
line
on
is
time.
What last line?
so Pain is kind of crazy, but
Yes.
this last line is a little threatening. The stars see all things, Amelia. Pray they do not find your faith wanting. I'm sorry. I feel threatened, and that's not my name on there. So what?
All right, I need to see what the hell that paper is.
I'm assuming you're gonna like nose your way over.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there objection from Amelia?
No, Amelia is just at this point sitting and probably just kind of staring. And
Mira's not trying to hide it.
All right,
either.
assuming it
Disgusting.
gets passed around, so I don't have to
Yeah.
keep changing this. There you go, everybody.
So that last line, last two lines, I guess, that last section, that is threatening. That's a threat if I've ever seen one. Okay, so Elara has a history with Brother Male. Do you? Did you get lippy when you found out about her getting moved? Did you?
I didn't know that she got reassigned until after we made it to Willow Hollow. When I left,
Okay.
she was still. I knew she had. Sorry, scratch that. I mixed up my own order. I didn't know that she'd gotten reassigned, or any of that until we got to Willow Hollow. I knew she had left, but not exactly why. But yes, I am very familiar with Brother Male.
Okay, that's okay. So you're very familiar. Like you guys were rivals in Paladin school, or what does that mean?
Is it good history or bad history? If so,
Right,
explain.
right. Yes, thank you, Kings.
It's short history mostly. He replaced High Priestess Alara in the House of the Stars, and we had some disagreements about the changes that were being made, but he spoke and speaks with the authority of the church, and I did not and do not.
Okay, so you did get lippy. So, okay. Because I'm
Mm,
concerned that you walking into
m-
town.
most mostly I took it as a sign that perhaps I was needed elsewhere.
Like a sign in the
And
stars kind of sign, where you can interpret it on your own and maybe it meant something
um,
else.
no, it was about the time that we got that the letters had been distributed. Um, so I left for Willow Hollow
Okay, got it.
and
Look,
swore my oath then.
great. You officially became part of the church like Brother Mel, but a different path. What changes do you disagree with? I want to fully hear what's going on.
Amelia, make an intelligence check for me real quick.
As we nonstop hit you with questions.
No. Yeah, it's not that, actually. There was a really particular comment here that I think may... Okay, disregard. There is a lot flying at Amelia right now. Like, not just that, but, like, plus the night before. Like, what the fuck? When it rains, it pours.
She's oh, probably a notable thing. I don't think she is translating for Shah successfully right now, though she will try and catch her up later. I just don't think she can keep a separate language conversation going right now.
No, and Asha has been remarkably quiet during this since you have become frantic, assuming internally frantic since you started reading that scroll. Asha has all but stayed dead silent, which has given you actual momentary peace to converse with other people. It's noted.
Okay, I have more questions. Number one, what would
The
fall?
letters.
Huh?
Are you done with the letters?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
But what would fall under the sacred duties entrusted to your station? Number one, and then I have a follow-up question.
Um, it's it's seeing that as she gets the letter back. He said seeing that sentence fulfilled. So that evidently, or that it seems.
Okay,
What is it,
so
though? 'Cause
but that's
creepy
that's,
stabby man had a different responsibility, doesn't
and
he?
that's what I was going to ask. Is it specifically says it has rendered lawful judgment in accordance with the will of the Silver Star. What? Let's not say he did it, but what could your father be getting pinned for that would fall underneath that, so that you can go in a little prepared? Have something in mind.
Or is this Brother Mile just a dick like one of the other priests, like that one priest in Willow
Oh,
Hollow?
the window priest. You're right. Probably is.
And fuck you guys. You guys were so rude to that guy. He was having a terrible couple of
Dench was
days.
pretty rude too. It was mostly Dench.
I tried to be polite.
Pain was
Then
not
Dunch-
rude.
I don't care.
No, Payne was actually pretty decent. He was just like, who the fuck are you, guy?
And Dench screamed, "Fuck that guy!" So
Yeah.
that's not really reparable.
You asked. I'm sorry. Which what was the question?
If you think about the will of the Silver Star, right? Think about something that would fall under that they could try to pin on your father for having done. Again, not saying he would have, but would it be something like steal? Like, do you deal with small things like stealing, or is it murder, or is it money laundering? What kind of things would fall under?
Money what?
Yeah. Amelia, make a religion check for me.
Despite what you might think, it does not mean washing your money.
Well, it kind of does. It's washing your money through routes that don't need to be seen by governing bodies to avoid taxes and things of the sort.
Hiding it
Totally,
in a
it's
drawer.
it's laundering it.
I'm sorry, why are you Jackal speaking?
Yeah. Okay, so you are not a clergy member by traditional religious values. So a lot of what she's asking you is like, what the fuck? I guess I don't know. Like you are an initiate paladin because some guy who stabbed himself in the fucking throat bestowed it upon you and you have faith. And like that's what gives you the right to have this paladinism. Clerics study for decades the laws and the doctrines of the church, and that is not you. So you have no fucking clue what he could have done to get himself in trouble. By the way, and that's the thing to remember, he is not in trouble by a local governing body. He's in trouble through the clergy and the church. Two totally different things. Allegedly.
Because of Amelia's intelligence and because a lot of her religious knowledge does come from reading the old things, she's going to that's you're asking what could be a crime in the eyes of the church and the faith, and that's
Or whoever's in charge.
no, that, well, yes, but no, but that's not a simple thing.
Well, no, I wasn't asking you to name everything, but what's something based on your father's history or his career or where he likes
Personality.
to hang out? Yeah. What could they be trying to accuse him of that he would have pled guilty to?
Yeah, and Amelia, I mean, with your religion check and thinking back on, like, the old texts, like the Old Testament equivalent, like, there are so many fucking things. Not that you think your dad might be capable of those, but, like, according to the old doctrines, anybody could be capable of those, which is, like, why people went to the church, to get that forgiveness. It's crazy, because you have no fucking clue.
I have a question.
Yes, Pain.
What would Payne know of paladins and the criminal things that somebody would call a paladin in to take care of
Oh, that
legally
is
with the church? Because there's not many.
There is not many. Make a religion check for me, Pain.
Our smart holy man. I hope.
It's
That's
our
what
it's our actual holy man who has experience with paladins. Very specific paladins, you know. Okay, so Pain, within your society, there is a king who oversees everything. But there is also judges, juries, and executioners that go forth because crime does happen regardless of society, right? Regardless of how tight-knit somebody's organization might be. Your order would see in the legal system paladins act as the executioners.
So, Lyra and Amelia, from what I know, it's not good. When the clergy calls a paladin in for judgment, it doesn't go well for the receiver of the paladin.
How
Okay,
badly?
so paladins are like the religious executioners.
No, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, though, I mean, maybe it's no, it's probably not really that much different. But
Okay.
I mean, that's what I got. It's
That's
not good. So
that's
your dad must have done something really bad. It's weird that he would admit guilt to something really bad if you don't think your dad's kind of like that.
Well,
that, well,
it depends on the crime, right? Not everything gets execution.
No, it doesn't. But when you call in a paladin, you don't call in a paladin because somebody stole your sheep.
See, that's what I was asking. Okay, all right. I don't like this. Okay, so
That's-
brother male's an asshole. So my guess.
Wait, that's under the the Forge Father, though. That's the Mordant's paladins and laws and things.
Are you sure that's not like a paladin-wide thing? Because we need to be prepared for what the hell we're gonna do when we get there.
Yeah, and the tricky part is somehow he knew that you were kind of a paladin. It's funny that they would call an initiate and like because you're like just kind of getting to be a
Well,
paladin,
let's
right?
also consider who brought her in. He literally stabbed himself. Uh, and also, do they have to file paperwork? Do you know, Amelia? Because I had that same thought of how did Brother Mile or Male or however you say his name know that you're an initiate, and can we actually trust this guy who stabbed himself to make you an initiate?
I think it's pronounced Mile.
Take a goddamn DM inspiration if you don't already have one. That. Ah, damn it, man. You full circled back to like 3 sessions ago. That is hilarious. I think it's Mile. Sorry, I digress.
Okay. First, I just slow down, both of you. Just slow down.
Okay, sorry.
How would he know? First, she just kind of gestures up
Right.
towards the sky.
Yes, the great paperwork in the sky. So the guy who stabbed himself told your god, and your god told Brother Male, and you believe that this brother is legit. Like
when
you believe he's
it-
legit.
When, okay, just slow down. When I when I saw Celestian and the swore my oath to him, those at the church in Willow Hollow had a vision when 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 the Watcher named me Sentinel. They knew at that time. It makes sense that others might have seen it too. Do I trust the Everwatcher? Yes. Why would I not have?
Because he
Who's the
stabbed
Everwatcher?
himself in the fucking neck.
Who's the Everwatcher?
Dench says that.
The creepy guy who stabbed himself.
Oh, that's the same
Yeah.
guy. We got too many names for him. Okay,
If I speak in a southern accent, by the way, I'm Dench.
got it. Thank you.
Noted. That was kind of my fault, I think.
No. You can't blame yourself for someone else stabbing themselves in the neck. That's not how
I-
that works.
Don't blame myself, but it was a direct result.
It was a test of faith.
That.
Yeah.
That seems a drastic test. Okay.
Yes, but I also, these are times of drastic evils.
Okay. So
To be
then,
fair, I was there. He did stab his hand or something first, and then Amelia, I think, used not good enough healing or a different type. I'm not sure what happened there.
I healed in the way some of the priests or the acolytes could have. An incantation I've known for a while, but hadn't been able to use. He was testing if it was more than that.
Okay, so the reason, and I wasn't trying to make you mad, I'm being legitimately logistical here.
But
Maybe just give her a second.
Uh,
Seems to be a bit overwhelmed.
right.
also, are we doing something with that weasel?
You glance over and yeah, Dench is like fucking knuckles deep in its guts, just like, are you are you fucking blind?
He's doing something. He's got it. I haven't even.
Don't you
What was
worry,
that?
I'm gonna get this weasel meat over to Payne here in just a minute. And Payne, you got sticks handy to, or you got that pan still, or we got don't
Oh,
we got
yeah,
a fucking
we-
pot or something?
We got cooking things. We'll
All
get
right.
her. We'll get fried weasel, I guess.
I'm so not looking forward to this. Can we catch scabies from eating bad weasel meat or good weasel meat?
Ooh, we'll just really make sure it's cooked all the
If
way
you cook
through.
it, I don't think the scabies will be.
Yeah, maybe we like jerky it down. You know,
Oh,
make it
that's-
real tough.
I'm excited to try it.
All right.
The reason that I was asking if we can trust him is because everything is not always as it seems. For instance, we thought we were going to go check on a family and found blood thingies and crazy bones. And when there is somebody who has evil intent, whether they are some celestial being or some asshole on this plane, they tend not to do all of the work themselves. They'll spider web it out. And so if you say you trust Stabby McPaladin, then that's fine, and I agree with you. However, if there's any inkling in your mind of doubt that maybe he's working with Brother Mael, then I think perhaps we need to consider what we're sharing with whom.
I think Brother Mile is the main problem because, I mean, there's not a ton of paladins around ever, but he called Amelia back to pass judgment on her father, which is a pretty crappy thing to do,
Right,
even
exactly.
by like crater critter standards.
And you can call oh, it's sticking. You can call it a trial if you want to, but it's fucked up, frankly.
It's already over. Apparently, he pled
No, I mean
guilty.
a trial for Amelia for her
Oh.
initiate paladinism. You can call it whatever you want, but regardless, it's fucked up. And so, Amelia, I'm not a paladin. I don't talk to any gods. I don't know how all of that works, but I think I know how I would feel if I were you in this situation to an extent.
To be
This-
honest, the wording itself is a bit odd, but no shadow of hesitation or personal attachment might stand above the divine order.
Yeah, he's saying that she's not allowed to put her personal relationship with her freaking father ahead of her faith. That's what that is saying.
Or
Like I
Depending on the
said,
person,
it's
it could
fucked.
depending on the person, it could also be that he's trying to influence her to be on his side.
Lyra looks
After
right
all, it
now.
depends more on who this brother Mael views as divine order.
Right now, Lyra's face, it's she looks angry, and it's every time she starts talking about what they are doing to Amelia, that look comes across her face again. And then as she goes into the logic part, she kind of goes back to Lyra, but every time she mentions what they are forcing Amelia to do, she gets an angry look on her face.
Look, it's not unheard of to call for the local or the closest paladin or
We're
similar.
neither of those, though.
So The the only other paladin I know of the Celestians Church, of the Church of the Stars, is bound by his path to is the Everwatcher, because he has to be ready to, well, he's looking for very specific things. Since look, brother
Take your time. Calm down.
Male, and she like stops, and when Kana says that,
You you hear a voice enter your mind momentarily, Amelia. I don't necessarily like to admit it, but he's right. Take a breath. It's okay.
she's going to close her eyes for a moment. She's going to get her water skin, take a drink of water, say thank you both mentally and out loud. And then I think you're reading too much into part of it. How he wrote this. It's that's unfortunately pretty normal as far as a summons or something would go. Something like that. It's using some of the old text, but that makes sense.
Lyra and
And-
Payne, are either of you proficient in history?
Yes.
Or Canis, are you proficient in history?
Proficient has the little black dot.
Correct.
I
I
am.
am.
You both are.
I am not.
Okay, can both of you please give me a history check? God damn. Why do you have advantage on history checks?
It doesn't let me take it off. When I did flat roll, it still came across like that. It's only advantage if it's Arcana, so it's 22.
Correct. Okay, so 22 and 5. Okay.
I'm gonna
Go
use
ahead,
my heroic inspiration.
Yeah, because you know you got another mail coming somewhere. It's going to set me
It's
off.
there. I sit on them too often.
That was
I might as
good.
well use them.
That's true. Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm just not supposed to know too much.
Okay, 12 isn't too bad. No, so Payne, you understand the basic concept. As Amelia is saying this, like, you know, it's just kind of written very specifically. It's kind of in the old text. It dawns on both of you that, and not in the religious sense, but in the legal sense. She says this and it sparks something. Payne, for you, you're like, you know, that does kind of sound like legal jargon. Lyra, it immediately opens your mind and you're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, it sounds like a lawyer. Because, I mean, you had to study the intricacies of arcane language and arcane law in order to perform arcane incantations. And as she's saying the old doctrine, this is the way it is, the thought of law pops into your head and you're like, fuck, arcane law, you know what? It is very specific, it's very drab, it's very particular, and it's very intentional. But it's not wrong. And that resonates, like what Amelia just said. For whatever she may or may not have just whipped up and tossed you guys, you both do have at least a good understanding of, well, fuck, that doesn't just exist solely here in the church. And maybe you're right, because now looking at it, especially Lyra with that role, looking at it, you're like, man, that is like reading a fucking scroll that I haven't read before, that I've got to break down the syllables and go, yeah, they just did it. They did it by the law.
So I think with that dawning realization, Amelia would say that, and then Lyra would think on it, and she would nod, and then she'd like reach down and grab a rock and throw it away from the rest of the party, but be like, "Fuck!" And then she's actually gonna stand up and start kind of pacing. She's gonna take a few paces away and just start pacing back.
Payne's gonna grab a stone out of his backpack and throw it too, and be like, "Fuck! Gah!"
Oh god, they're
He's
multiplying.
gonna throw 3 stones out of his backpack.
Oh shit! You're just trying to lighten your load, aren't you?
Show off. I only had 1 stone. I had to find it.
Off into the distance, there's just crashing in the grass.
Lyra's just grumbling to
Chill.
herself as she's pacing back and forth and she's grumbling to herself.
I may not agree with how he runs things, but he wouldn't be wrong in this. If
Speaking
he
of, you never did.
says,
Sorry, continue.
it's just if he says this is my part of my sacred duty, then I suppose it is. Now, what
Well-
did I never say?
So, yeah, I asked for what exactly did you not agree with in the church, or what his changes were, and you kind of just skipped past it. Take your time. I can tell you're kind of barely not freaking out.
That I'm sure is just some of that's the road, and I didn't sleep well last night. It was a number of things. The many churches under the stars, they charge for the supplies needed to provide healing. It's not uncommon. My mother, mom, very very rarely charged someone to for healing. That wasn't her way. Sometimes if like we trade things, but most of the time if someone needed it, we'd help.
Your mother isn't part of the church, if I recall, correct? She
I
said she was a healer, but not exactly explained how. So I assume it's
She-
different.
Mom didn't have magic, not anything like we've all shown. Sorry, Dench. Uh, but she was magic in a different way. She always she knew what people needed, what herbs, what food, things like that.
She was just a natural healer.
She's an alchemist.
There you go.
Maybe she was just mom. But shortly before I left, one of the one of the local families, they came to the House of the Stars for some healing. I happened to be there at the time. I was there a lot, though I wasn't part of the clergy, and they didn't have the coin to pay. I was told that that was the way of the church and the way of the stars, and I disagreed. I thought that we should help anyway. Things like that.
All right, but if you were there often and you disagreed this one time, does that mean before they had it differently? Like, was it brother? You made it sound like brother Mael. My bad. Mael was the change for this.
It he changed a lot when he took over.
How long ago did he take over?
this is where I get a little mixed up on the timeline. A
Was it
Not-
right when Alara got switched?
they were both there together for a bit. Um, when he came, he stepped in to lead the House of the Stars, and apparently reassigned Priestess Alara at some point during that. I don't exactly know. That was clergy business, of which I had no part in, as
So it was
I
prior
was
to
often reminded.
it was prior to Novus 12th of 4253 PFH.
1 second, you're throwing very, very specific dates. What the fuck was that one from?
Is in the transfer of clerical service. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, where the fuck? It probably, well, yes, for sure. Probably he's been in charge for, at this point, more than a year.
Okay. A lot of damage can get done in that length of time.
He changed everything.
I don't like that. I don't like being out logicked. They did write this lawfully, for sure, but he knew what he was doing when he wrote it. There's an ulterior motive here, and I'm not sure if it's to get to you and mess with you, and if it is you disagreeing with something he believed or a decision he made, does not seem like enough to expect you to carry out the sentence of your father for whatever. And maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe you're gonna have to smack him on the head. I don't know. I don't know how this works. It doesn't have to be execution, but it's a little odd to me that it doesn't specifically list his crime.
I don't know, but I know I know that he's right, and looks down at the letter again. No personal attachment can stand above divine order.
Right. And that's where he got you. And that's why I'm so freaking mad right now, because you don't do this with family. You don't do this with family.
Which is why I was asking if we could go back, if we had the time to be able to go back. I would feel more comfortable with with all of you there. You I know all of you are smarter than me. I know you see things I don't. I know that I trust the path that I'm walking, but I also know that I can be blind to the road ahead of me for always looking up.
Well, there's something to be said about blind faith, right? Having people to support you as you're following your faith blindly is super important. And I'm not saying that to insult either one of you. It's just, it makes sense. So I am going to be obsessed with this until we resolve it. So,
We cannot let it distract us from our current tasks, though.
we won't, but we'll make sure we give ourselves enough time to figure this out.
That being said, maybe we should invest some of our spare gold if we reach Port Mira in a message spell for Amelia.
We don't
We can get
have to
some-
invest. I can.
Have you ever been to Holden Glen, Lyra?
No, but we can't guarantee someone up there has been.
I mean, Amelia comes from Holden Glen, correct?
Wait, are you wanting me to cast one of
No.
her
He was
wizard
talking
things?
about hiring somebody to send a message to someone, but
Well,
they would
no,
have to know that person too.
I was more thinking of like a scroll for Amelia more than.
Oh, I can't read that script.
No, we're just gonna write a letter, is what Canis is saying. So we need to consider if it's first of all, we don't know how much this friend is gonna cost. This friend of Stabby Paladin. What's his name again? I should probably learn his real name.
Are you talking about Brother Melon?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Um, you said Stabby. Are you talking about Morland the Everwatcher?
Moreland, not Melon.
Yeah, Moreland, the brother got. I will stop. I will try. I will try to stop calling him the guy, the stabbing. So him, that
Yes.
guy. I forgot what I was saying.
You want me to send him a message? I could do that.
No, I can do that.
Oh,
We are
Um,
talking.
Well, actually, I could use your help, like, right now. Um, I'm pretty sure the fact that this bird is still over here means that we're expected to send something back.
Or it's hungry. Don't feed it if you want to send something back.
It takes a couple bounces back towards Amelia, and then like where the scroll case is, kind of and pokes at it a few times, and then bounces back towards Lyra.
Okay, you want to write? You want to write a letter, Amelia? Is that what you want to do?
Well, the first question is, do we have paper that can be spared?
Lyra and Amelia and Kaina's Pain, this wouldn't apply to you because of your lack of communication with the outside world, but all of you just give me fucking intelligence checks.
Happily.
I figured from Lyra. God damn! It dawns on all of you, the bird needs its fucking scroll case back. It wasn't
yeah.
a gift.
No, I was keenly aware, but I was going to put something in said scroll case before reattaching it.
No, sure, yeah, whatever floats your boat. You don't know that, by the way, this bird came straight from Holden Glen. It may have had a stop in Willow Hollow or anywhere else, so
to say, yeah,
it doesn't mean it was a one-stop chump.
There's no guarantee it will get back to where it's supposed to go, especially if we don't pay for that.
That's the ticket, right? Because messenger services do cost money.
So
But we could.
we don't have to send something back.
No, we don't have to. We could.
Oh,
We could try to.
thank the stars.
Oh, that's.
And she's just fully just scroll case back to the bird.
To answer your question, yes, I have paper to spare, and
As you're talking, the bird just fucking just jumps up in the air and fucking takes off like, Jesus, finally, it's fucking midnight.
To answer your question, yes, I have paper to spare. But and you can ask Canis about this. It's a big deal if I share it because the book it's coming from is kind of a big deal too.
Yes, very.
Then I'm glad it wasn't wasted on him.
It may not have been wasted. What were you thinking about writing?
I was going to ask you to help me write a proper. I understand my sacred duty and I will be there as
It's probably for the
demanded.
best that we didn't, because it may have turned out to be a drawing of a middle finger with the way I feel right now.
That's not at all what I meant. But at the same time, the feelings. Same.
If it makes you feel any better, that wasn't a, hey, you want to do this? It was a, you're doing this or else. So I don't think he expected an answer from you, to be fair. Your answer is you showing up. That's your answer. Or not, I guess. And either way, well, hopefully not either way. Hopefully we'll be able to get there and figure something out for Papa Corin.
Well, we can also ask Alara about it when we see her in a few days.
True. And maybe she'll have some kind of wise insight that I cannot possibly apply, not having been a part of any type of religious anything ever. Legal stuff I can help with, but
I don't think you need to be religious to know that Brother Mile is an asshole.
Oh, I already know that, and I've never met him before. And I might pull a Dench and let him know that when we get there. So I need to cool down a little bit. Thankfully, we have several days before we get there. You don't do this to family.
But family isn't above divine
Oh, it
law.
sure as hell is. Yes, it is. Just depends on who you are.
Speaking of divine judgment, Amelia, you're a paladin. When do you get to start deciding on the divine judgments? And you being like, oh,
I'm
you're breaking the law. Now,
That's a good
divine judgment.
question.
I'm an initiate. So never if I don't complete the current task.
However,
and
I'll make it a fair roll and ask you to roll me an intelligence check. You know what? No, you're proficient in religion, right?
yes.
Yeah, okay. If you're
Yep.
proficient in religion, go ahead and just give me a religion check. Because you've been doing some reading on the religion front, but very bare.
We were explicitly told about this, though.
You can answer appropriately.
I'm not just. I'm never just deciding laws. That's not what any of that is.
Oh, you're not deciding the law, you're just applying the law. So if you
Uh,
were to meet said
no.
person that was doing something illegal, could you be like, well, the court system is rather lengthy and we're just going to apply divine judgment now?
Well,
No.
okay,
No?
so
Oh, okay. Just wondered.
we
That.
got
It,
we got distracted by the raven, but Canis actually was talking about sending a message. Canis, who were you thinking of sending it to?
Well, that would be up to Amelia, who she'd figure best. I've never been to Huddle Glen, but if we can get any information as early as we can, that would be helpful. So I was thinking Amelia could make an attempt at using a scroll of message for sending.
I see.
There's no guarantee she'll succeed, and with her intelligence, it's debatable at best, but
Xavier, would I know how much a scroll of sending would cost? Like, would
No,
like,
because
out in the
nope,
world-
because you just got the spell and you've never used it before because people just paid those services and you've never left the city of Willow Hollow up until 4 weeks ago. So you've never had to send a spell outwards.
The hard part about that is that that would be most of our gold.
Although, hold on. I'm going to make it fair on you. Give me an Arcana check because you do now know the circle of the spell.
I was also
Okay.
going to ask if I know via like experience with their grandpa, but I don't know if he'd ever.
He probably never discussed it because why the fuck would he? That's a very weird thing to discuss with a familiar in particular.
I was more just being around if he ever bought one, but then I realized he would probably.
No, he just casted himself. Yeah, for sure. Oh god, for sure. Yeah, Archmage, fucking Grandpappy. He was casting those things. He was slinging those things by the dozen. That's a level 3 spell, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so those would you would estimate with a 19 and just knowing the scroll circle that would be required for it, it'd be about 200 gold pieces.
Okay. So we were getting a little ripped off when we talked about it before, but not by much. That'd be a lot of our gold, which means we can't afford to pay someone to fly our spelljammer.
I may I would like to roll an intelligence check because I, as cat, had a oh duh thought, which I don't know for sure if Amelia would have had related to an alternative for this.
Related to an alternative for this. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Give me an intelligence check. I appreciate you doing that because I know your intelligence is fucking terrible, but that's a decent roll. I don't know what it is, but I'll allow
It's
the
not-
moment.
not that
I'll allow the
crazy.
moment of understanding.
Why do we need to send it back to Holden Glen? Why do
Isn't
we
that where your
why yes,
trial is
but
being held?
that it's through the church.
Right, but if
Just
we want information on your father and the events there, any.
Lyra, can you can cast it, it doesn't take any of any supplies that we don't have, or it doesn't like eat the supplies, does it?
Nope, it just takes this, and she takes out a little piece of fine of copper wire. It's really thin, and she just wiggles it around a little.
Could you just ask Priestess Rosebloom if she could find out?
Okay, so she doesn't have the wire. She touches the same thing she had touched.
It's a clockwork pendant, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She touches that, and she says, "Just takes this." So send it to the priestess in Willow Hollow.
It's a church matter.
What do
Well,
you want me to
either him
say?
or the Ever Watcher. I don't know which would make more sense, but one of them should be able to find out. I don't know, just um let them.
My my concern is they'll do this via methods probably using the church rules, which I have suspicions, or I guess on theories is the better answer, on Mile might be using the church to his own rules to his own advantage.
And I don't disagree with you, Canis. However, knowing Amelia in the short amount of time that we've met her, I don't think stepping outside of the typical standards is going to happen.
And uh if nothing else, High Priestess Rosebloom does not like Brother Male.
Oh, she doesn't?
No.
Oh, that's
How
good
about
to know.
how about we just wait a couple days and come back to Willow Hollow with the dark space vehicle and talk to her?
Well, I can do it now. We're going to go to sleep soon, right?
Well, I'm gonna eat this weasel that's been cooking for a while now,
After we
and
eat.
then I'm going to bed.
You
And
reach
then-
over and Dench slaps your head and he says, "It ain't well done, brother."
You got to kill all the
Okay.
scabies, remember? I can send her a message. What would you like it to say, Amelia? And Canis, this is a good idea. I know we've kind of gone roundabout, but this is a really good idea.
I do agree. Rose Bloom is probably the best person to ask.
Especially if she doesn't like Mile.
I want you all to be aware if he's wearing chainmail, if we meet him, I will be laughing at him.
You're probably going to laugh at him anyway.
I'll laugh
Also
more
true.
if he's a girl.
It says brother on
also
the
true.
letter.
I know, but it'd be funny because his name would be male, but he's a female, and it would just I don't know.
Triple funny.
I was grumpy because Canis made a funny joke and I got left out, and now I just tried to follow up and I failed. Is that weasel
halfway.
done yet?
It didn't fail, but I would prefer if we didn't laugh at him as much as we might not particularly like his methods.
Laughing is better than the alternative. What do you want me to send to her?
The I don't know. That letting her know that I've been summoned to Holden Glen for this judgment trial thing, and to see if she happens to have any details or would be able to find out something like that. Whatever the magic's going to make easiest to send.
How about...
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm counting my words. 1 second.
I'll be right back.
Also, I know you said it was like 15 words or something. 25. If there's a way you can say sorry for it being late, that would also be nice because I feel bad.
Maybe we should wait until the morning. I doubt she's waiting for Weasel to cook.
She likely has some work that's being done under the, well, in the light of the moon. Speaking of, I'm going to take a look at the stars and see if they happen to spell out "you're going to kill your dad, LOL" from Celestian.
Make a religion check.
Apparently, I'm desperately looking for signs right now with a 21.
So you glance up, and the cirrus clouds part momentarily. And the cirrus are very, very light, anyways, but they part, and the whole sky opens up to you. And as you glance around, you see nothing but celestial bodies from here all the way to fucking Mount Celestia. And you catch the image of the chalice. And you see that the chalice is almost turned completely upside down. And you notice that there is a stream coming out of the chalice leading down to the southwest, one leading straight east from where you are on the map, and one leading directly south past Willow Hollow. Morlin the Everwatcher told you about 2 streams coming from the cup, and you see 3.
Also, this isn't for the message, but we need to make sure we don't lose sight of any of the promises that we've made. We need to make sure we get to Philandrius with
We're going.
speed too.
We're going to Philandrius. Don't worry. Okay, how about Amelia was summoned to judge her father. Do you know details, or may you please get them so we can prepare? Sorry, it's late. Thanks.
Ignore the sorry. Should say it's in Holden Glen. That's not enough information for her to go
Alright,
on.
so read it to me exactly.
Okay, so Amelia was summoned to judge her father.
I have to type it, so if you're not going to send it to me directly, then just
I'll
just
just
do
send
it.
it to
Okay, send it to me.
Okay.
Because how the hell can I read it and give you a proper response if I just hear it?
Okay.
25 words is... Listen, we're skimping on fucking words, D&D 5e, okay? Just copy and paste it.
I
Yeah,
think
I
she's
told her to change it.
modifying it. I'm sorry, what are you thinking
Oh, you guys,
about?
yeah, you guys can discuss it, I guess.
Okay, so Amelia was summoned to judge her father in Holden Glen. Do you know details, or may you please get them so we can prepare? The may you please is to be more polite.
So we can prepare. Was that with the "it's late"?
Well,
is
I
that
took
too
out the
many?
it's late part so I could say her father in Holden Glen.
To be fair, if you wanted to double up and make it a 50-word message, you have the spell slots. You are about to rest. So
That's
this
true.
whole point, the whole 25-word thing is totally moot right now and not worth the effort.
That's true. Okay, so
Actually, you could do fucking probably 300 words with as many spell slots as you have right now.
I can only do the 50 right now.
Okay, well, I stand by 50. Fuck off.
She. The fact that it's my father, that's less important. His
No, it's not.
name is for her being able to look into it. His name's Corin. I know you won't have enough of your words to be able to say it, but it feels important to say. He's a farmer. He's a good man. And whatever whatever he did, I know there had to have been a reason for it.
That being said, outside of the situation, if a god like showed a sign in the sky saying I'm gonna make you kill your dad, lol, I think I'm converting.
Also,
I've gotten literal words spelled out before.
also outside of conversation, the sending spell had me thinking about calling collect on a payphone. Hey, Dad, I'm done soccer practice. Pick me up.
We had a baby eats a boy.
We had a baby eats a boy. Click. Oh
Okay,
my god.
I've got it.
By the way, the weasel has been done for like 3 or 4 minutes while they're blabbing, and you and Dench, Payne and Dench, have been consuming it. I don't. Have you ever had bison or buffalo?
No.
No. Okay. So think of it as like a really good cut of steak, but way, way fucking overcooked. Like when you have to bite into it and just fucking bear down it. But the flavor's really, really good. And you're like, yeah, great weasel. And Dench is like, this is fucking terrible.
That's hilarious.
This ain't medium rare.
At least we ain't got worms.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna send it.
Okay.
And she grabs her. She touches the. She has the like clockwork pendant that hangs around her neck, and she touches it, and you'll hear it get like the ticking will get louder.
Can you send me the message, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now. I was gonna do the description first. Hold on.
Yeah, I need time to prepare a response, so you can do your description. Thank you.
So the ticking will get louder as she's holding it, and then she'll be like mouthing the words, but she doesn't say it out loud. And she just closes her eyes, and she's focusing on the priestess, Xavier, for your reference. And then she sends,
Okay.
she sends it over.
Well, yeah, so you have to say it out loud. You have to actually speak the message. So
Oh,
go
you
ahead.
do?
Yeah,
Oh,
yep.
yeah, I guess
And
it's
so,
verbal too, huh?
yep,
Okay.
yep. That's the verbal. So go ahead
So-
and tell us what the group hears.
Yeah, so she'll say, Amelia was summoned to judge her father, Corin, who is a simple farmer and a good man in Holden Glen. Do you know details, or may you please get them so we can prepare for it? Sorry it's late, but he's a good man, and this is wrong, I think.
So you feel you guys watch as this incantation happens, this trace of sigils in the air, they all kind of vanish in front of Lyra. And as it happens, and you see the clockwork amulet kind of spinning, and it stops suddenly, she says those words, and then there is kind of an echo with the last syllable. Think, 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 think. And Lyra, you feel this buzzing in your head, and it fades. And then there's this buzzing again. And you feel something connect, and you hear, Amelia must answer the lawful summons. Celestian's light does not bend for blood or sentiment. Prepare her spirit, not excuses. Holden Glen judges under sacred authority, just as us.
Lyra's face does pretty much what mine just did.
And it dawns on you, Lyra, like, you can't show her exactly what was sent. You know what I mean? This was all very bare bones, so you got kind of like almost like a human resources level response. Like, it's not the response you wanted, but it's the response you had to get to protect the company, which is the church.
I'm guessing it wasn't good by the face you made.
Well, she says prepare to judge your father.
Fantastic.
Dandy. Well, we'll
What?
get all the answers
trust
we
the
need
church.
in Holden Glen whenever we get there.
That's you
She said
said
prepare your spirit, not excuses. That's what she said. You have to answer the lawful summons because Celestian's life does not
Celestian's light, not life.
Light does not
Okay.
bend for blood or sentiment.
He long gone.
So
Amelia is going to do as much of a like putting up her emotional walls as she possibly can. The face kind of like shudders emotionally. I suppose that's a fitting reminder then.
Amelia,
that's
you
gross.
feel a buzz in your own mind, and you hear, "She has a point. She speaks wisdom and intelligence and truth. Prepare your spirit, just in case."
This is why churches suck.
Don't listen to the jackal.
You said at a point earlier, this is not Jackal.
Uh, she's going to nod at Asha's words, then do a little bit of the mental like I try not to most of the time.
At this point, by the way, you guys do
And
see
then
Asha kind of like she kind of sits up, nudges a little bit closer to Amelia, and pushes like the broad side of her body against her to kind of like take the brunt of her weight off.
So you don't get any will or say in your actions as a paladin then, huh?
we always have a choice in the paths we choose to walk.
And what happens if you choose opposite of what you're being told to do?
Then I will be acting in defiance of sacred law and would most likely no longer be a paladin, would likely lose that light which I've been gifted to carry.
Amelia, make an insight check for me. This is not on anybody. This is on the situation as a whole. God damn.
Nope, I went all. Nope. High Priestess just said, "Stop whining about it and do your fucking job." So I guess I need to do my fucking job.
Yeah, the DM response is, "Do your fucking job, bitch." I mean,
You didn't want to be a paladin though. Like you didn't ask to be. You were thrust into it, right?
Yeah. Not. I
Because you didn't even know you were a paladin until we told you.
I didn't know about the title, but I chose to not just swear my oath, but to re-swear it before Celestian under his gaze. I chose to do that. I did not choose to do that only when the path was well lit. I tests of faith and all that.
Okay, so because someone who calls himself a higher follower of Celestine than you tells you you have to judge your father, you're going to have to go judge your father?
It's not it's not him that's saying that though. It is the church.
But it's his name on the letter. It's his name on the letter. And we don't know that the church said to okay. Corruption can happen to anybody.
can we just eat this weasel in peace, or maybe we just focus on this tomorrow pain, you weasel?
Yeah, maybe I'll just shut up and
I've
eat some
about
weasel.
had my fill of weasel, but what I was going to say to Amelia is that I follow the Church of Moradin, but the other dwarves on the surface, they follow Moradin too, and it's likely very similar. but it might not be. I don't I haven't actually been to a church of Morden, which I think I heard there was one in Port Mira. So that's exciting. But anyway, I digress. Um, every church in every town is going to be a little bit different, I would suspect. Where, so I mean, people are people. They're going to be good and bad, and you know, you've never liked him, and you got to follow your gut. If he's bending the rules, or not following the rules, using the rules to his advantage, then I mean, there's something to be said about that. But in the end, it's your religion. I'm pretty sure Morden would just smack the guy in the head with the hammer and call it a day. But anyway, we'll back you up. And you just let me know if you need me to kneecap him.
You're you're right. I thank you for that, Pain. Um,
Yeah, you're welcome. Now, let's go to bed.
You can go to
before
bed. I'm gonna grab something to eat.
Oh,
before we
okay, yeah.
sleep, have I actually talked to any of you about what my oath is? Like
Uh,
what
I
I
remember.
actually swore?
You're doing whatever you're told to do.
the answer to that is no. She hasn't actually. Nobody has asked her, which is really weird considering you have a fucking paladin in your party.
I don't care.
I know you don't care. Fuck you, Kane. Pain might not
I
care
know.
either.
I
It
always thought
sounds
it
like
was a
you're.
very personal thing. So, I mean, you don't just go up and ask somebody what oath they swore.
That's true.
I
The only
guess,
polite
I
person
mean,
in this whole
it's.
damn group.
If you'd like to tell us, I guess we'll listen, like we listened to Lyra's spell list. But,
You guys asked. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this weasel and just shut the fuck up.
You do not enjoy the weasel. Nobody enjoys the weasel, but it is sustenance.
I I enjoyed you telling us about your spells.
It's fine. You don't
I
have to
wish
do all that. Just answer the
no,
question.
I do wish I could remember all of it, but we might just I might ask you to tell me about your spell book again later if you're
No,
okay
it's
with
fine.
that.
You don't have to do that.
Oh,
Just answer Payne's
that
question.
was an actual like please.
Oh, okay. Maybe later.
Thank you. Um the uh the the thing that is probably important about the oath to this is um I I swore to try and expose false lights, which means more directly I will confront greed, corruption, and lies, even if and when they wear the robes of faith and authority. So you're right, Pain, entirely. If he is speaking for the church and as a voice for he who walks in the stars, that's one thing. But if he's being his own corrupt self, that's something else entirely. I am missing something.
me too. Something went through messages, I think.
Basically, just if Amelia tried to train as a wizard, it would not go well.
No, absolutely not.
Not until she gets that headband of intellect, because whoa!
So, just as
that got me really well. There was no subtlety there.
Go ahead.
just as so you know, Amelia, something that I can help you with is I can make an area where it makes it very hard for people to be deceiving, to lie. And that might be worth using when we go to talk to your father and priest brother Mael.
I
His name is so difficult to say. It's spelled so funny.
I have something similar, actually.
Ah, good.
Um, mine. I didn't realize I could do until you said that. It's not one I picked or asked for. I think it's just there, kind of always.
Oh, well, good. Then I can focus on other things. But if you need me, just let me know. Give me heads up, because I gotta pick that over other things.
I that I think I can handle. But none of my tools are particularly good at kneecapping. So
I've got a good one for that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm
Did
gonna
you hear me say shillelagh?
It like just came across a little bit. I was like,
Is it shillelagh? Do you have a shillelagh? I hope you do.
No.
No, I think that's a
I don't
druid
think
spell.
so.
That makes me
Yeah.
sad, but that'd be pretty badass.
So Lyra will she's angrily eating the weasel. I am gonna take first watch because there's no way I'm sleeping right now, so go to bed because we have a long trek tomorrow.
Don't you have a spell for that?
For what?
Sleep.
I do. Would you like me to use it?
Oh, I don't need it. You said you were going to have trouble sleeping.
Oh no, I can't use it on myself.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Technically you could, because it's not concentration, bitch. So you snap your fingers and you wake up in a minute.
He doesn't know.
It's a
I'll
slight
take first
sleep
watch.
aid.
Yeah, right.
I'll join you.
I'll. Do you mind if I stay up as well? I won't
Yes. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
talk stars at you. I just don't think I can sleep either.
Sure.
Um, I didn't. I'm a little worried that. Yeah, a little worried about a lot of things, I think.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you could sleep tonight, I'd be more concerned about what I knew about you.
Lyra just takes her post, sitting by the fire, and she's angrily staring into it.
All right, I guess it's me and Payne going to sleep first, and I guess we'll let y'all take first watch.
Thank you
Have a good
both
rest.
for dinner.
No, don't thank me. Kane has jumped on his neck and tore half his jugular out through the left artery. Oh, sorry.
Good work,
His
boys.
skin was so thick.
It was disgusting. Got a musk gland up under his left shoulder, too, that kept spit. Ugh. Never mind. All right, I'm going to sleep. Payne?
Good night, Bench. Have good dreams.
All right, so let's sake of brevity a little bit here. In case there is an important bit between Amelia, Canis, and Lyra that I need to know about that we want to continue forward with right now. You've already seen the stars in the sky. You know what the sky has in store for tonight.
I think Amelia is going to stay outwardly relatively quiet. She's not going to do a good job keeping watch. She's going to be thinking through a lot of what the fuck. But she is going to fill in Asha on what happened with at least, thankfully, Asha had some of the context already. So is going to just fill in her horse.
Okay.
Lyra's sitting there staring angrily at the fire initially and angrily petting Canis, so that sort of subconsciously, and then over time it will chill. But I will actually be doing a watch. She's gonna do all the stuff Dench taught her.
Okay.
Canis would also be looking around and watching. But every time Lyra pets a bit roughly, his ears just flatten out to get out of the way, and then go back up immediately when she's gone past.
Damn, bitch, my fur is good. Settle down. Go ahead, Amelia.
Sorry, my very, very brief last comment is near the end, especially before she sleeps, she is going to kind of just reaffirm her oath a little bit, as before she even goes into her normal prayers. It's just kind of recentering herself and what needs to be done, good or bad, before
Mentally?
she sleeps.
I was just
Yeah.
about to ask that. Does she
Okay,
do it out loud?
okay.
Yep.
So yeah, Amelia, you would, as you kind of fill in Asha, you would hear pretty much nothing but like affirmant. She would be affirmant. That's not the right word. Reaffirmant. She reaffirms everything that you say. She kind of like, is that the word I'm thinking of? Yeah, affirmation, right? Yeah. She kind of repeats back to you like, yes, this is what you need to do. Yes, this is exactly okay. I understand. And then you kind of get like the bulk of what she's saying, which is
The doctrine speaks clearly, and Mistress Rosanna has confirmed it, so you must prepare your spirit, prepare your mind for what is to come. But the thing is, Sentinel, we don't know what is to come. We don't know what the charges are. So you must prepare yourself for anything, but not obsess. Do not obsess.
Nothing like your new mind-linked spirit horse telling you not to obsess over something to help you calm down from it. I think that's going to kind of be what leads her into her oath specifically about kind of walking the path, whatever may come.
give me just one moment. Sorry, something slammed, so I'm just checking all the doors to make sure no one's kicking in our fucking doors. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Liam dropped something. I just popped open the ring because we've got cameras all around the house. So I'm like, okay, is there anybody trying to kick our doors in? Because I'm about to grab a fucking gun and start blasting Danny DeVito. So anyways, I started blasting. All right. She takes what you say, and the affirmations kind of go back and forth, and you and her kind of like put each other at ease, and you feel her kind of settle down. And again, she kind of scoops you up in her body and allows you to just rest on her as you are doing your watch. Your watches collectively come and go. Payne and Dench are woken up and brought into the fold. Payne, did you... I don't want to RP as Dench necessarily, but I'm assuming you didn't have really anything with him. Okay, perfect, and I appreciate that seriously. You guys awake the next morning.
No creepy nightmares?
Not tonight.
This should be the 8th, correct?
We will get there when we get there. I'm gonna do it at the end because I'm keeping track. I've got a weird way that I keep track of how this is day 3, the beginning of day 3.
Perfect.
Okay, so that was 1, 2. Yeah, this is the beginning of day 3. So the morning begins in the plains just outside Willow Hollow. Very humid and warm for the season, by the way, because it is technically like January equivalent, but you are in a subtropical climate. The clouds begin to build as you travel throughout the afternoon. Okay, so you find yourselves here about mid-afternoon and then late into the evening. By the way, because we typically do the rations, you guys had 5 rations from that weasel, so you did not need to use any rations starting the day for today. However, you do need to take 1 off of Pearl. Not Pearl. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Shah. I'm sorry.
Move on, quick.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyways, different topic.
Me and Dench go hunting.
You find yourselves here. Mile. Okay, so you guys find yourselves here. As night begins to creep in, the sky is completely 100% overcast with a very light, misty drizzle.
It's water, right?
Yes, it's goddamn water. I will tell you guys if it's fucking blood because we're probably gonna go into combat.
We're traumatized.
You have us paranoid.
Yes, you all look down and realize, oh, it's misting normal.
Hallelujah. Thank the ley lines.
Kane is.
Canis, was this your magic storm thing?
He's gone. He's hunting. He's with Dench.
He's with Dench now.
There's just a dust cloud where he was.
I'll take that as a yes.
So,
She hasn't said much, just as a note. She hasn't said much during travel.
Samesies.
neither has Asha. She's been very quiet. And neither has Dench. Because he's not here to speak for himself, and, I don't want to put words in his mouth if I don't have to. So you guys get to where you are. Okay. Which is now very close. 2 days out. Canis and Dench go hunting. You have an unsuccessful hunt. However, Dench finds a large patch of strawberry bushes, which are still at the very, very tail end of their ripening process, which means within the next like couple of days, they're rotting off the bush. And you two collectively pick 2 pounds of fresh berries, which will be 2 rations for the next day. You can thank Canis, by the way, for sniffing these out. That was the 23 that he rolled. Okay. So, you come back to camp. Everything's honky-dory. You guys rest for the evening again. Again, the night is completely overcast with a light misty drizzle, so there is nothing to be seen in the sky. You awake the next morning to very thick cloud cover that traps the heat overnight, which was unseasonable, mind you. So it makes the next day of travel extremely humid and uncomfortable. Okay? So you guys travel throughout the next day, and you need to utilize, I need somebody to knock off 3 rations
Got it.
and 1 Asha ration. I got it right that time. So where are we at? What is our standing with rations?
We have 14 rations and we have 3 days of feed left.
Perfect. Okay. So you guys travel through the day, and you come up to the nighttime during the 4th day. So, as night falls, there is a very heavy tropical fog that blankets the night. Visibility is reduced literally all around, not just the sky, to a couple of feet. It is dense as shit. The sky is completely 100% invisible. However, Canis and Dench head off into the night and prepare themselves for hunting. And they travel just far enough south to hit a point where, by the way, not just for you guys, but for the wildlife as well, was dense fog to the north. They come just out of the fog, and they spot an elk. And with Canis's nat fucking 20, by the way, because I had him pre-roll this during the week, Canis sneaks up on it, jumps up underneath it, and grabs it by the throat. As he does so, Dench is already on top of it, hits it in the top of the spine behind the nape of its neck, and they essentially one-shot it collectively. It takes about 3 hours for them to drag this elk back to camp because it is so goddamn heavy, and Canis is just straight up not pulling his weight because he's a fucking jackal. But when they get back, you guys all look at this thing in awe, and you scavenge 7 rations out of it, which need to be used within the next 2 days because you have no way of refrigerating it.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so the night comes and goes. Amelia, I won't force the image upon you, but you have it in your journal. you have the nightmare again. The tongues lashing, the choir singing, not to your ears, to your mind. The tongues tasting your skin, tasting your sweat, tasting the air beneath your chin. They want
The
to
image might
sample
be less
your
visceral.
breath. Oh, but is it?
We don't need to find out. Just
No,
saying.
we don't. We don't. But
Um,
but the nightmare does come again, and nothing changes.
I think um, so I picture most nights she probably doesn't even bother going into the tent, especially when it's super warm. So whoever's on that watch, uh, would probably see or hear it. She would sit like bolt upright from where she was curled up near Asha, just gasping for breath, trying to catch her breath.
Probably be Lyra. I'm assuming if it's first. So,
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the usual order of
yeah.
things.
Lyra would try to help her, even though she's been quiet. If she wakes up gasping for breath, she'd be on a knee in front of her within a second. Are you
Sorry.
okay? What happened?
Sorry, dream. It's just a dream. I'm
That
sorry.
seems more like a nightmare. Dreams are usually pleasant.
Yeah, it's definitely not pleasant. It's just a nightmare then. I'm fine. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Go back to sleep. You're okay. It was just a bad dream. She's clearly repeating things she heard from someone you
The
guys
Wizard
aren't
of
familiar
Oz.
with. Well, her dad is what I was going with. The Wizard of Oz.
So yes, that's
too.
pretty. Yeah, he was a munchkin. I'm sorry, that was racist as fuck. I take that back. He was.
He deserves it. He's very racist.
It's in the family.
It's okay. It was just a bad dream. If you would like to talk about it, we can. We can wait until tomorrow. She's clearly reciting. Like, it really sounds like she's reciting almost.
Amelia, make an insight check to see if you even pick up on that. Jesus Christ,
also-
you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I would also like to roll like an insight check on Amelia to see how much this really does affect her. Besides her saying it's fine.
Actually, I think I would do that too, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah. If you're both trying to read Amelia, go ahead and lay it on me with your insight checks. So Amelia, you definitely pick up on Lyra's shit. Lyra, you don't. You are so involved in your bullshittery to Amelia that you lost it.
To be clear, she's not trying to do bullshit. She is trying to comfort her based on how she has been comforted in the past.
Right, but social norms dictate you're not fucking
The emotional side's not
right in there. Yeah, Canis, you totally fucking get it because you're an outside observer. So do what you will.
Yeah, Cadus would 100% pick up on she's drenched in sweat and is trying not, well, she's got a hand on her holy symbol, like didn't even seem to realize it. The other hand has like reached back for where Asha is. And
She's still there.
good. She's freaked out, but trying not to, well, she's trying to do the it's fine. Also, it's really fucking fitting that Amelia rolled a good insight on that because she was like, oh, this is exactly what my mom said never to do. Okay.
Alright, well, Canis is just gonna, like, when Amelia lies back down, if she does, Canis will just kind of turn to Lyra and be like, I'm sorry, but I think she needs me more tonight than you do.
Oh.
And he's just gonna, like, it really bugged her, and he's just gonna, like, kind of crawl underneath Amelia's arm.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Hold on.
It's like the
DM
only
is
way
saying,
he
hold
knows to
on. The
cheer
DM
people
is
up.
yelling at me. Hold on from the bathroom. No.
Alright, hold the ring on.
Okay, no. Please continue. I'm taking notes. That was me shouting to take notes because holy shit, that was not what I expected.
There would be a look that comes across Lyra's face for a split second, and then she would look at Amelia, look at Canis, look at Asha, and then go back to her post.
Shaw's conked out, but wrapped around Amelia. On the back side of Amelia's eyes. So I'm assuming kind of like leaned up against like her rib cage.
That's how I pictured it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's still a large ass
A
horse.
cannot replace my fur. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. She probably does. Yeah. And Lyra will move over back to her post and sit down and reflect.
If anything happens, shout.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amelia, you'd feel probably like a presence in your arm. It's very soft and fluffy because it's a winter coat too, so it's really thick.
I am rolling a percentile for a decision. One moment. Um, I'm going to send the DM a message, but
Okay.
Amelia is going to try and go back to sleep.
Okay, got it. All right. So, got it. Understood. Yep. Yes, Amelia, yes.
Because you're mean and
Yeah.
fuck the
I'm
in-game
not-
universe for the past
listen.
3 days.
You all have the autonomy to write your own backstories, and I just use it to create a narrative.
What
Okay.
the fuck in my backstory was this dream's hellscape?
Oh, just wait. We're not even halfway there. Okay. All right. So you guys awake the next morning. Day 5. Day 5's good day, right? Hopefully day 5's good day. You guys have gained all of the rations you need as far as the elk is concerned to get you up and into Port Mira. Okay? So, the morning opens up with absolutely clear blue skies, a cool breeze, and pleasantly mild all day. The temperature is beautiful, especially for this time of year. Mind you, it's typically pretty cold this time of year, but you have had, since you guys have ventured out from from Willow Hollow, it's been pretty hot, humid, unseasonably for this year. That weather pattern seems to have moved by, and now you are in steady blue skies, cool breeze, and it's pleasant and mild. You get into Port Mira around 9 p.m. As you get into Port Mira, Amelia, you note that the sky has some patchy cloud cover that is moving steadily across the sky, meaning the winds are actually kind of whipping through the city itself. There's intermittent visibility, which requires patience if you're going to be tracking constellations. Okay? Give me one moment, because I have 2 things for you guys. One, I'm going to bring you to Port Mira.
Achievement, new map.
Welcome to Port Mira.
Oh, they have an embassy. That's cool.
Yes, they do. And you've never been here, so you wouldn't have known that before. However, all major cities in this game will have at least some sort, especially like when you enter. So you guys will be entering from the south. So either here, near House Faryaris, or honestly, possibly near the Willow Hollow Embassy, you will know like what the major points are. Smaller points will obviously take place as you develop. As you develop.
The
We'll
little
stop.
houses are really cool, but they're giving me some kind of RTS vibes, and I don't know which one it is, and it's bugging
It's
me
super
slightly.
RTS vibes because I built this map about. So we're like 33 weeks in, so this must have been like 50 or 60 weeks ago when I had a map builder that only had very specific things that I was looking for. Yeah, it was Incarnate. I use all the overworld maps are Incarnate, but they had very specific housing blocks that I was looking for. They did not have a randomizer at the time, and it absolutely fucking pissed me off. But you get what you get.
I dig it.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Yeah, it is pretty cool. But and they are, by the way, they are very cookie cutter on top of each other. It's damn, you live in Africa, so I can't even explain it to you. It's like walking into a subdivision though that has an HOA, and they're like, all the houses have to look like this, and the developer bought up a shit ton of land and just built the same house with a little bit different colors for like blocks and blocks and blocks, and people are like, I love this neighborhood.
I think I get it.
So yeah, look that up on Google. I'm sure you'll. I'll just send you a copy of our neighborhood. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, so right outside the city, and let me just get you guys a. Give me 1 second. You guys are in not Willow Hollow. You guys are in Port Mira.
Finally.
Hey, here we go. Okay, I had an ambient Port Mira soundtrack set up. Do you guys hear the audio, by the way, when I'm triggering it in Roll20?
Yeah. I do.
I don't know
I can
if
hear
some of
water and
you.
seagulls.
Yeah. I don't know if some of you have the site muted. If you have the site muted, you probably can't hear any of that.
I had to turn it up, but
Oh,
because I can
okay.
normally combat music, I didn't get the town music because it was just
It's
quieter.
very quiet. Yeah, it's ambient.
I have to adjust the setting on my headset because Discord and my
Right,
browser
right.
have different audio.
Got it. Okay, so around 8 p.m., which is about an hour outside the city, you guys are traveling. Ashah's pushing or carrying the cart. Lyra, you feel something kind of trigger in your head that feels familiar to you now that you've cast it, a sending spell. And you hear, Scouts discovered a small 50 by 50 cabin. No windows, but a double door. No inhabitants noted. Double doors are locked. And there is a kind of like a quiet static, which is awaiting a response if you want.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I'll copy it and paste it in case you want to look at it.
Thank you. I think that Lyra would she'd keep walking, but her eyes would kind of look up a little bit. And again, she's been keeping to herself for the most part. You'd hear her say, "Thanks for letting us know. Just made it to Port Mira. Should be back there in a few days."
4 words. If you want them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. And that was from Rosanna, or that was from Cornelius?
Cornelius.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you.
Okay.
Or we'll get back. We'll get back soon.
Okay. So you guys walk for a few more minutes. There's another buzz in your head. And you hear, Scouts report humanoid footprints coming and going.
from front doors, some fresh, others week old. No blood, no magic detected.
She would say, I don't know if I like that or hate it, but good to know regardless. We'll come prepared as soon as we can. Stay safe. Thank you to the guards.
Okay. Do you share any of that with the group as you're talking?
Yeah, she'd say, she, like I said, she's kept to herself for the most part, so she would say, Cornelius just reached out. The scouts discovered a small 50 by 50 cabin. There's no windows. There are no inhabitants, but they did find humanoid footprints coming and going. No blood. And the footprints are both fresh and old. No magic there.
I don't like that, but at the moment it doesn't sound like it requires attention, severe attention. But that might be exactly what they want.
Must be a hideout. So, whole point of a hideout is to hide, be inconspicuous. So, they're doing a good job. Too bad we knew where they were at.
And we can address it when we're ready.
Okay. And about an hour later, you guys arrive in the southernmost regions of Port Mira. You find a sign that kind of leads you to the major points, the Wallahalla Embassy, Fort Mira, the Wayfinder's Inn, the Dark Space Travel Port, Arcane Towers, yada yada yada. So, what do you guys do?
Well, I'm assuming both of the people we need to speak with are going to be up near the Dark Space Travel Port. Also, Payne, I hate to break it to you, but I am pretty sure the place that has the Temple of Moradine is a place we actually went past. Now that I'm thinking.
Oh. Oh, well.
However,
We'll
it'll
get
be
there.
it'll be easy to get there. If you do want to visit there, maybe we can go there after we visit Philandrius.
No.
Okay. So Dark Space Travel Port then?
I
Yeah,
assume
and
so.
the ocean.
But it is like 9 p.m. right now. So it's pretty late.
Pretty sure they don't close, but I guess I could be wrong.
We're also going to need to find where we're going to be staying, unless Asha and I are waiting outside of town. We can't just bring her into the port, I imagine.
I'm sure you can. Why? They're not like they're not like I'm not going to tell you your horse can't come to the port.
They must have a stable somewhere.
But
Probably
Horses
at
go
the
to space
ends.
too.
with the cart and everything, do you think that'd be okay just in town?
Well,
We
we'll
can
find out
ask.
real soon.
It's better than leaving
I-
you here.
I I trust you.
Okay.
There are
Yeah.
two inns right next to each other, so we can see.
And there are guardsmen as you guys walk in. They don't seem to pay any notice to you. They just kind of nod as you walk into town.
So my intent is to go to the Dark Space Travel Port, unless somebody like stops me.
Other than the fact that it's awfully late, Lyra, I wouldn't disagree, I guess.
Interplanar travel waits for no one. Don't think that they close. Could be wrong.
But I do think they need sleep. So they could be a different people, and the person we need might not be available.
Okay, well, do we go there and check it out, or do we just stop at an inn first? You guys tell me.
We can at least ask if they need to send word to someone so we can talk in the morning that then they have the advance time to be able to do that. I I don't want to just go go to bed if there's things we can do.
Well, do you guys want to stop at an inn and I can go find out if the whole space travel port is closed?
Uh,
I
we wherever we go is probably going to take coin.
That's fine. I'll leave you with coin. I'm just
What?
someone
Let's
give
just
us.
go together.
I-
That's fine.
Yeah, I think we go to the where you want to go, the space travel port, and then come back, and then hopefully look for a thing if it's closed or not. I'm just saying you don't, don't be disappointed if we can't find it.
And
Oh, don't
we
worry.
stick together. And right now, this is definitely more of closer to Willow Hollow than any other place I've been. So,
Yeah, I promise not to get my hopes up.
I,
So
I
we'll go.
would. I was pretty well spacing out during the whole dark space vehicle thing. Spacing out, that pun by accident. Um,
Was it?
yeah, it was. but there was the person, I don't remember her name, with the unofficial dark space vehicle thing, and is she going to
Lillian
be at
Tamara?
the spaceport?
She's supposed to be. That's the best place I would think she would be, especially if she's trying to sell. If she's trying to hawk this ship to someone who's willing to purchase it, and she knows we're coming because we were told that she would be told. So Lillian Tamara is her name.
Okie doke.
We can see if she's there. If she's not, then we come back tomorrow.
I have a feeling a space or a dark space vehicle hawker is not going to be at the spaceport, but let's start there. It's neat anyway, and it's close to the ocean. I'd like to see the ocean.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys make your way up the central part of the city. People are far and few between. There's a couple of groups of people walking around, guardsmen and whatnot. But it's pretty quiet and peaceful. There's a light ocean breeze kind of coming in off of the water. And you guys find yourselves at the Dark Space Travel Port. There do not appear to be any guards or anyone outside.
All right. Lyra would probably walk straight up to the door.
Okay.
Pain would follow.
Okay.
I am going to wait outside though with a shot. Dench, do you want to stay out here too, or?
Yeah, no, it's probably not a good idea if I go in there right now. I just want to kind of take this. He looks up at the tower. This thing in. Yeah, I'll wait here with you. Okay. As the rest of you enter, you see, standing behind this large desk right here, this woman. A very jet black skinned tiefling woman with jet black horns and curly kind of wild hair. There's a couple of people standing down to her right, technically her left, your right. And then there is a gentleman standing up here. Give me one moment. Ah, got him. Okay, give me 1 second. I had him misplaced. Here he is. There you go. Okay, so as you enter, the tiefling woman kind of looks up from her desk as the door is open. Everybody kind of turns towards you, and she puts a hand up, and she points towards you all. Hello. Is there something we can help you with? It's quite late, but there's something requiring your needs that we can assist you with.
It is late, and we do apologize, as from what I understand, that's what you're supposed to do when it's late. However, we are looking for 2 people, and if you can't help us, that's totally fine. We'll come back in the morning. But we are working for, I suppose, Lady Rosanna. And we're supposed to be purchasing a vessel as well as hiring uh, someone to help us man the vessel, at least for a few days. And I don't know if you know any of the pilots or helmsmen.
Oh. You are the people that were sent from Willowhallow.
Yes, yes. She looks really like this is the first time her face has actually like lightened up in a few days.
Yes, well, I am Lillian Tamara, and I believe the helmsman you're probably looking for is Dorian Thunderbeard over here.
Yes, it is. Yes. Not Stab. Morlin. More. She looks over towards Amelia. Morlin.
Amelia's not there.
Oh, that's right. She's outside. Yes. So, Brother Morlin or Sir Morlin.
The dwarf kind of, you hear him
The
chuckle.
Everwatcher.
He chuckles a little bit and he goes, I believe this is probably me that you're looking for then. I suppose I've some dealings with the Everwatcher, yes. Lillian speaks up again. Great, so you're the people that are supposed to possibly be interested, I suppose, in
Really
my
hope so.
dark space vessel.
Yeah, very interested. Yes, ma'am. Yes, very interested.
Well, I'm glad you're here then. Yes, I've heard word from Rosanna that you're supposed to be here, and that I'm supposed to give you some sort of discount on her behalf. And she kind of starts to fudge around with papers. Oh, yes, this one, the Astral Mother.
Yes, that's the one. Yes. I looked over the blueprints. She's incredible. I am positively blown away.
Oh, so you're a fan and artificer yourself. Are you part of the guild?
Not an artificer, just a super smart wizard. My father is really good with his hands.
That's kind of a weird thing to start with, I suppose.
He's a tinkerer.
Ah, all right. Well, yes, that's great. And the wizard is a good place to start because, in order to operate one of these dark space vessels, you need to be able to perform magics of specific. Oh, you are well versed. All right, I like that kind of confidence. Yes, would you like to go up and have a look?
Yes, ma'am. She's like very excited, stupid excited.
Ah, great. Well, if you'll follow me this way. And she kind of turns and she says, Dorian, darling, would you like to join us? And he kind of, well, I suppose. Step into the teleportation circle. She says, totally nonchalant.
Lyra moves too without a second thought.
All right, here we go. All right, give me 1 second. No, Amelia and Dent, you are not falling into oblivion. So you guys step into the circle, and there is a flash of arcane energy, and you see Lillian kind of raise her hand up, and she mutters this incantation and slams on the ground with her palm. And as she does so, you guys vanish from existence momentarily. There's this white flash, and as you appear, you find yourselves on the deck side, the top side of this vessel, this ship. And as you look around, you can see you are at the very top of the spire of the tower, overlooking the entirety of Port Mira. You can see the ocean to the east as far as your eyes can see, and then you can see all of the other towers and buildings down to the southwest.
Lyra's like practically dancing across the deck, and she'll be like, "Look, Payne, it's the ocean. That's what you really wanted to see." And she's just kind of looking at everything she possibly can.
I was going to say, as interested as Lyra is in the ship, Payne is interested in the ocean and all of the sights around the city. Less the ship. Like, the ship's neat, but everything else is much more interesting.
Well, this is it, and this is the Estria Mother. You are welcome to take a look around if you'd like to. We've plenty of things here for you to see. The stairs here and here, and she points ahead of her to the left and right, go down into the lower decks as well as behind me. And from there, there is a port that will take you down into the belly of the beast, as I would say. Up to the very front, and she points to the north where Lyra has run. That is where we have the mounted arcane ballista. That is your defense mechanism, the primary defense mechanism. Of course, we can always have more mounted if you're interested. There is no pressure whatsoever, but we can always mount more if you'd like. But that is what we have for now. Feel free to take a look around, and she kind of shouts out just to the group in general. Again, this ship is not sanctioned. It is not approved by the Travelers Guild, Artificers Council, of course. The Dark Space Travelers Guild, that is. But with that comes a steep discount, and I'm lowering my price from $2,500 to $1,875.
How could they not approve such a beautiful thing?
Well, it's not a matter of... She sighs. It's more bureaucracy than you would... Well, you're a wizard. You understand, I hope, that, if somebody were to create a spell by the College of Wizards, they would need to approve it before it was put into use for initiates and acolytes.
Yeah, I understand the process. I just never understood not approving it. Does that put us at any risk flying this thing?
There is a slight risk. It means that, you may be taxed or charged extra at some points of entry. You may be subject to dark space searches if you are, in the outer worlds. Kind of as if this were a pirate vessel, though I hope it is not a pirate vessel. You're not pirates, are you?
I don't think
Not
I
yet.
have the gut to be a pirate, no.
I don't like that your dwarf friend said that not yet, but leave some room.
Ignore him. He's dramatic.
He's something else.
Understood. So no, it may bring some extra attention in the depths of dark space from pirates themselves, though, because being unsanctioned means that they technically can't be tracked well by the guild and most, law-fearing and or abiding organizations, making it kind of a prime target for pirates who want in a off-the-radar vessel for themselves. But it's also, unfortunately, perfect for random searches and seizure boarding expeditions by the guild. Just to make sure that you're not actually pirates. Yet.
Yeah, that's
And she points
fine.
at Payne.
We've got a paladin in our group, and I don't think pirating is even an option. So, okay.
Of the stars, we should specify.
Yes, paladin of the stars. I guess that matters. ballistas.
It doesn't just come with the ballista. This particular vessel, we'll sell it with one arcane ballista. Sell it with 20 arcane bolts, 20 supply bundles, repair supply bundles, a single energy cell, 8 beds, 4 crew cots, the spelljammer helm, of course, and the helmsman chair. We also have in the bows of the ship 12 storage crates and 9 barrels, plus a dining table, a crew dining table, and 12 stools, and that is what we are selling it with.
Great. And she'll turn toward Dorian. Mr. Thunderbeard, and she does the awkward curtsy that she's been known to do throughout all the time you guys have known her.
And he kind of puts his hand up. I'm not nobility.
Okay, well, I'm not good at this part. Is this something you'd be willing to fly?
Nope. Of course. From what I understand, this is something that is just for the prime material for now, according to Lillian's messages from Willow Hollow.
That's correct, for now. Just curious, because we want to make sure that we're not going to put a financial burden on ourselves or on you. What is your expected compensation for flight each day?
For me, typically, people of my caliber would be 50 to 75 gold a day. But considering your prime material necessity, we're looking at probably 20 gold a day, if that's acceptable.
Are amazing. Would you be willing to teach me how to fly as well, or am I barking up the wrong tree? I would like to learn from someone who knows what they're doing, and has been doing it for a while.
Of course, I can teach you. We'd need some downtime, a couple of weeks, maybe, a few days, if nothing else, if you're a quick learner. But I could teach you the ropes. There are other crewmen here that could teach you other things. Lillian, she's kind of. Yes, yeah. We've got 6 standard crewmen ready to deploy. We have 3 engineers, as well as 4 weapons crewmen and 2 navigators. Should you need to fully crew the ship, if you're not interested in any of that, and you simply need a helmsman, then of course Dorian, he will do.
I think the plan is only for the helmsman, but Dorian, would that be sufficient for you? I've never flown one of these or been a part of one of these. We are all pretty quick learners, as we haven't had much of a choice. Canis does not have thumbs.
I do not.
He does not. It's just the 3 of you then, and me.
Well, no, there's 2
We
more.
have 2 more outside.
Plus a horse.
And a horse.
Where do you put a
Astral
horse on
horse.
this?
The horse can stay in the bows or up on the top
that's
deck, wherever you prefer. There is a loading bay in the bottom for the astral skiffs, so you can load through there if you need to. But as far as piloting, I can handle that, especially here on the prime material, if you're just looking to go from point A to point B.
Yes, sir. That's all we need at the moment. Okay. Well, this
We do
sounds
want to
great.
eventually learn to do everything ourselves,
Yes, we'll go through the training. We understand the importance.
but
and
we
I
are a
think-
bit busy right now.
That's fine. You just... Lillian puts her hand up. I've got it, Dorian. It's okay. You just come back and see me, and we'll have our crew train you up, no problem. There may be a small fee for training purposes and materials and things of the sort, but we can teach you how to pilot the ship yourself if that's what you're looking for. And of course, if you need additional crewmen for whatever your needs may be, we have them available to you. And if you are not satisfied with the proficiencies or the details that our crewmen currently hold, then you're more welcome to go to Port Eldoranis or any of the other ports here on the Prime Material or somewhere else in dark space and hire your own crew.
If you have Dorian regularly here, I am pretty sure we will be very happy with what you have to offer. we will definitely want to do the training. You said there's a possibility for cost. I'd like to plan ahead. Do you know the typical cost for training for each of the roles?
That is specifically for each of the roles. I'd say probably standard crew is silver or less a day for training. Engineering is a little bit more expensive, maybe a gold a day for training. Weapons crewmen, depending on the weapon systems you want to have installed, if it's just the arcane ballista, probably more along the lines of 5 silver a day. Navigators are very specific, and that is probably along the lines of 5 gold a day. But that is if you are looking for navigation through the stars. If you have somebody who's proficient at prime material, it may be less because they at least understand the mapping skills.
Okay. It'll be a combination of both, I think, later. But I think we're going to double up on skills in order to make sure that if something happens to one of us, we can all still get back. So we can figure all of that out. But what was the cost for helmsman?
Oh, the cost for helmsman, yeah, that's a little bit more expensive. We're looking at probably 2 gold a day for training, but again, it depends on how quickly you learn. If you learn fast, it's going to be cheaper for you in the long
Okay.
run.
I'm a pretty fast learner, but I'll still plan on the most expensive just in case, because they always told us in school to make sure that we plan on the worst case and hope for the best.
And just to give you guys an idea, this is the ship you are currently on.
Oh, I love
It is so cool.
that. Is so cool.
Oop, that just disappeared. Sorry about that.
I got it in my notes in time.
This is actually what you're looking at. There you go. That's what you're looking at.
That looks so cool.
Okay, well, we don't need to take off now, Dorian. Um, we're gonna. Is there one inn that's better than the others, especially if it's not as costly? Or if we purchase the ship, are we allowed to sleep on it up here?
Yes, of course. You're asking Lillian?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, if you purchase it now, the ship is yours. It is yours for the taking. One thing I will tell you though is that if you're interested at all in the needle skiffs, I just wanted to let you know that typically I sell them for 500 apiece. The ship can hold 3, but I will give you at least the first one at the discounted price of 375. So you can hold on to that and do what you need to do with it. They are smaller single-manned vessels that can be projected or launched from the bow of the ship. But those are 500 apiece, so 1,000 gold for 2 of them, and 375 for the first. So 1375 for all 3, if that's what you're looking for.
Is that something we could do at a later date, by chance?
Yes, of course. You can always
Okay.
stop by here. Yes.
Great. We will definitely be back. Money is a little bit tight, and we want to make sure that we can pay Dorian for his services. So, Dorian, did you need to rest? We kind of showed up at the 12th hour and bought, and will be buying the ship. We would like to move sooner than later. However, if you needed rest, I would like to make sure you get it.
Nah, no, I'm already rested, at least for the most of the day.
Okay. Well, that's great news. Well, I'm the money carrier, and everybody knew we were going to spend this money, so I think it's safe to pay.
Yes.
She'll turn toward Pain. She'll turn toward Pain.
Yeah. That's why we traveled here.
That's why we traveled here. He's not wrong. Okay. So you said 1,875 gold, correct?
Yes, if that was what you're looking for the ship, yes, 1875 is what I can sell it to you for tonight. And again, if you decide to come back and purchase the needle skiffs, I can do one for 375 or the other two for 500 apiece.
I would very much like that one, but we can't afford it right now. However, we will be purchasing at least one very soon. So I'm gonna take out the pocket purse or the. Am I saying that right?
Coin
Coin
purse
purse
of
of
the
the
pocket
pocket plane. That's the one. The coin purse of the pocket plane, and call out the 1875, and then
Okay.
give it to her.
Yep, she'll open her own respective coin purse of the pocket plane, and it just kind of waterfalls in. So this should put you at 301. As far as the group loot's concerned.
It's showing us what? Yeah, yes, because it's adding all of the shit up.
Right. Yeah, it'll also add the 51 gold that you have in silver, so.
Yeah.
Well, plus the copper, which puts you at a little bit more, but. Okay, great. The transfer is complete. She hands you a small envelope.
There's a little squeak that comes out of Lyra as she takes the envelope.
That is your deed to the ship. Remember, it is not sanctioned or certified under the Artificers Guild of the Dark Space Travelers Guild, but it is a ship nonetheless, and it hopefully will serve your purposes. And I appreciate your business. You're also interested in contracting Dorian, is that correct?
That's correct.
Right. Do you have any idea about how long you want to contract him for? Or do you want to just pay when you return here?
Dorian, do you have a preference?
I get paid either way.
Maybe when we get back here, that way we can probably tip too, because I'm assuming we'll make some more money along the way. We have plenty for several days, just to be clear. But I do believe in tipping people based on my upbringing, especially if they do an excellent job. And from what I understand, that is all that you do, Dorian.
That is what we were told.
He kind of he nods. Are we leaving immediately then, or is this going to be?
We do have two people downstairs as well as a horse, so we'll need to load up, but pretty much immediately.
Right. I'll bring it down around front, and I'll land in the front of the dark spaceport, if that's okay with you.
That's great. One other question. And this might be stupid, but it's really just ignorance, and there is a difference. Do we need to make sure we have rations for you, or do you bring your own rations?
You'll need to feed me.
Great. Okay, we'll make sure that we have enough.
And Lillian kind of puts her hand up and she says, "Just so you're aware, we do sell other things here. Like I said, we have a couple. As far as weapon systems are concerned, we have 2 normal ballistas, a cannon, and 2 additional arcane ballistas. If you're interested, no pressure. We have ammunition for all 3 of those weapon systems available to sell. We also do sell food rations and water barrels, should you require them, at a steep discount, by the way, because we buy them in bulk. And if you're interested, we also have additional energy cells, or you can replenish your energy cell, which is in the ship, to your own determination. I've also got repair supply bundles that you can purchase just in case. Not saying that the ship should take damage, but just on the off chance it does. I have those here as well. So you tell me if there's anything that you need. Rations I can do. Typically, they sell at the market for about 5 silver per person per day, but here we do 3. And water barrels are 1 gold, 5 silver, instead of the market 2 gold.
We have a barrel, right, Payne?
Yeah, we have a water barrel.
So we need rations for sure. I would, if it's at 3, because my thought is we're not going to be hunting if we're on the vessel.
I have 150 rations right now I can provide to you at 3 silver per. But you take it or leave what you need.
I don't think we need that much. I was thinking more like, if we go for 10 days, we would need for all of us 46 more, which is about 13 gold, almost 14. I don't know what's in the ruins as far as hunting is concerned.
It doesn't hurt to have them, but have I could help the it's not great. Maybe we'll try it tonight. Let's pick up some rations.
Okay, how many should
That
we
was
get?
vague and unhelpful.
How many do you think we should get? Remembering that there are 6 mouths to feed now. Plus,
Well,
do you have
we're-
oats by chance?
No, unfortunately, we don't. Nothing on our ship typically eats oats. I
Is
can't.
there somewhere that around here that would sell it?
We want horse feed.
Okay, well, Ooh. She kind of looks at Dorian. Dorian looks back at her. You could probably try. Ooh, that's a tough one. Maybe one of the inns could provide you with some sort of oats, bags
That
of
was my
oats.
thought. Sure. Yeah. In the meantime, do you mind if I just reach out really fast to our friends who are outside? I want to just make sure that rations wouldn't be sufficient for a horse.
That's a fair point. Our rations consist of hardtack, dried beef, and pork, and we do small sides of potatoes, ground and dried, of course, and there are some oats mixed in, but I don't know if it would be sufficient for a horse. But yeah, feel free to do what you need to do.
Okay.
Lyra,
What?
we're headed back to Willow Hollow first, correct?
I think the plan was the ruins first, and then Willow Hollow, especially since there wasn't dire emergencies and first.
Oh,
Let me see what she can eat. So I'm gonna cast a message.
Sending.
Sending. I do have message, but sending.
Yeah, message. You cannot see her from here.
I cannot see her, and she's not within 120 feet. So
Definitely not.
I'll grab the clockwork pendant and focus on Amelia and say, would rations work for a Shah? They don't have oats specifically, but they do have hardtack and dried potatoes.
Yeah, and Amelia, there's like this static in your head as you hear Lyra's voice kind of in an echo pick up in your mind.
My first question for the DM. I'm assuming, well, no, because I know Asha's not a normal horse, so I'm gonna probably have to ask her. Okay. Amelia's going to, not even thinking about it. 15 words, right? No, 25. Let me ask. And I'm going to try and, not knowing at all how her arcane bullshit works, turn to a shot and say, just out loud, because I'm not going to try fucking not sending to one, sending to the other. A shot, can you eat typical rations or normal rations? I know they're not honeyed oats, but like hardtack and beef and potatoes and the things we've been eating.
I'd rather not consume beef anything with meat, as it makes my tummy hurt. But I could probably do with the hardtack and oats, potatoes. But I may need more than the normal person.
Oh, that that makes sense. If I can, I'll let her know. Thank you. We'll make sure you're fed, I promise. And I'm gonna just kind of reflex, give her a hug, and then, do I still have the static in my head?
You do.
Uh, no meat, and she'll eat more. If that helps. How many words? And it's just, she starts trying to count her own words, and it's lost.
I think I hurt Amelia's head.
I
I
would not
think
be surprised.
she was saying that she won't eat the meat, which tells me we probably need at least a ration and a half, if not 2 rations, to feed a Shah, since she's not going to eat the meat portion. And I don't know if the meat portion could fill in somebody else's and it would work that way, but we'll just buy extra.
Or you could probably take the meat portion.
Well, let's do this. Buy what you think we have to have ration wise for the 6 of us now, and I'll do what I can in the evenings for to fill in when we're not going to be in danger.
You
You
can
mind
do food
explaining
like you do
how,
water?
please?
Well, it's something I haven't done yet because I had a really bad experience when I was younger. It was a survival training, and one of the but
You're
I
doing a
can make
Lyra thing.
food
You're
and I
over
can make
explaining.
water, but it tastes really bad.
Oh, that's see, I had that happen with Firebolt and accidentally hit somebody, but that didn't stop me. And look where, well, I guess I hit you too. But
Well,
we're
yeah,
fine now. Everything's fine.
yeah. I mean, it'll be fine. It's just if we didn't have to do it, like I'd rather eat weasel.
It's good to know that it's an option. All right, so
Oh, and that I can supply it for Asha also, so we don't
that's
have
what
to.
matters. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So
So if we're thinking 6, right now we have 14. If we want to plan for 8 days, we'd need 34, which is 10 gold.
You want to purchase, you said 34?
Does that sound right to everybody? For 8 days worth for 6 of us, and then Payne can account and handle a shop?
I could. We'll just. I'll supply for everybody for the evening. With just 6 of us. Yes, that should be fine. But that's whenever we're safe enough to do that. So I mean, it takes resources. So
Yes.
Okay.
So for he can handle the Shah.
Okay, so 10 gold, 2 silver is what I came up with. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Yeah, I could do it 34 rations for 102 silver pieces, or 10 gold, 2 silver.
Okay, so I'll take that out and I'm gonna add the 10 gold, or I'm gonna take the 10 gold, 2 silver and add the rations in.
Okay, and she says, I'll have that loaded up for you momentarily. Dorian will bring it up and put it in the belly of the beast for you.
Thank you, Dorian.
I guess
Kinda
we'll grab
nods.
the actual beasts on.
Well, he says, I'll bring the ship down around, and you can load your beast in from the bottom. I'll also load the rations in because it's a lot to travel all the way up these stairs.
Thank you, Dorian. We will meet you down there then.
He nods.
Great. Okay. Turns toward Pain and Canis.
Okay. I I don't know where we're going.
Go down the stairs. Go down the way we came.
Lillian kind of
Can we
laughs and
teleport?
yeah, Lillian kind of laughs and she puts her hand up and she says, "Don't worry, I've got you. Dorian will bring the ship down around. I'll teleport us back downstairs." And she mutters an
I did
incantation,
not want to climb the stairs.
and she slaps the ground below you. There's a flash, and a circle of arcane energy spins around you, and you guys find yourselves back at the bottom of the stairs. And we are at 10:06, so I think we're going to go ahead and log here. We will pick up with you guys loading the ship, so I will kind of move Dench and Amelia, and we are assuming that Asha is in the belly of the beast, and I will have her added before next week. And Lillian and Dorian will be loading your rations, and also make sure you do add your 34 rations, because those will be added to your inventory, so make sure you add those to your group. Perfect. And that, I believe, is that. Does anybody have anything else before we log?
For an ease of DM things, if you need Asha's stats for making tokeny things, I have them in the extras on my sheet for quick ref, make your life easier.
Stat? What do you mean stats?
Yeah, for hit points, etc.
Oh no, I've got a whole token for her.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She is her own token. So and it's just the same as your guys' hit points. I have her AC set, all that shit. So yeah. But I do appreciate that. Okay, so
Obviously, I will not be here.
yes,
next
Lucy will
week.
not be here next week. He's going to the fucking mountains of Africa. I didn't even know Africa had mountains.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we have lovely mountains. You should look up Draken. I can't say it in English. But the Drake, I guess Draken's mountains. I'm not sure the English translation.
The Drunken Mountains. All right, here we go.
Drunken Mountains, perfect.
There we go.
The Drunken Mountain.
Yeah, no.
Dragon Mountains, actually.
Oh, I kind of
So-
like that.
Don't bring a mule with.
It's a wyvern.
All right. We'll go ahead and log here for this week. We'll end the session. Great session. Lots of roleplay experience coming. I have more pips on my XP sheet than I have had, I think, ever in this campaign so far for roleplay. Lots of good skill checks, too. So you guys got a good handful of XP coming next week. But we'll pick up here. You guys will be loading in on the night of the 10th. And we'll see where you want Dorian to take you as you explore the belly of your beast. And I'll leave the map here, so if you guys log in through the week, you can kind of explore and see what's going on.
This was an
Thank you.
incredibly productive yet RP trauma-filled session. Holy crap.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to Cat.
Happy birthday. Let's do Amelia plot.
I don't like this plot. It's gonna make me kill my own dad.
I'm not going to make you do shit. The choice is yours.
No, we're killing Mael.
Mile.
Maybe you just have to put your dad in jail. I mean, it could be that simple.
It's true. Yeah, maybe.
He stole a biscuit
Step
and the
one,
priest
build
got
a
pissed
jail.
and- yeah. You just have to close the
It's
door.
okay. We can put him in the brig, so he'll technically be in jail. And then when we leave,
Ah.
we'll let him out.
Oh, loopholes in religion. Let's see how that goes, Paladin.
Yeah, because that worked so well the first time we had this fight. Why are you talking like there's gray areas? There's not. This is black and white. Dead dad or living dad.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. We'll see you next week on Sunday. Lucy, have an excellent vacation up into the Dragon Mountains of Africa. And, yeah. Well, but you guys will be rejoined by Dench next week, which will be fun. So we'll see you then. If you have anything for me throughout the week, please send a message, and I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys
Good night,
then.
Good session,
everybody.
guys.
Bye-bye. All right, for those still hanging out with us, bear with me for just a moment so that I can get somebody to raid. Ooh, nobody on except Uchu. It's Uchu and literally one other, Yogcast, and Yogcast is also always on because they're from the UK. So, all right, we're gonna raid Uchu. Give me one moment and we'll jump over there.
Not bad.
DoorDash.
It's my take on a league starter. We started with Escape Shot,